number of ways.
The way they're doing it sounds exactly like those guys in that sex trafficking.
Well, it can be, but remember, catfishing, it doesn't even have to be elaborate. It is simply pretending to be someone you're not. Like, it could be like some woman pretending to be a man, or somebody pretending to be a celebrity, or somebody pretending to be, you know, it's just pretending to be somebody you're not. And you exchange even phony photos. You literally send photos of someone else and you tell them they're you. I mean, we've had cases where people sent money and thought they were going to have this beautiful model that loves them.
I can't believe how sophisticated, though, the girls are. They're going, well, he has 300 contacts but only 2 friends. They asked me to send a picture back holding up 3 fingers.
Oh, we had a big one here where the guy put thousands of dollars.
That guy with Facebook.
And he was kind of a little off.
Yeah. Oh, it was so sad.
But
it was so sad.
Yeah.
Activity dashboard.
I'd never heard of catfishing.
I hadn't heard either until last night. I was like, really? Okay.
I think social media has made people worse.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised
Or at least brought out the
how much the girls told me how they could tell. You know, all the little detail stuff that they could tell.
See, we should have got them and stuff on them.
Suzanne
knew a little bit about it.
Yeah, but I didn't know any of it. Do you know all the details about how you can tell if the girls are being catfished?
Well, there's any number of ways to do it, but
they rattled off like 20 different ways to know the girls.
Remember
Are you
that guy,
talking
Suzanne?
about for sex trafficking?
Yeah.
Well, I know the most concerned.
You're talking about catfishing. That has nothing to do with. I mean, it could be for sex trafficking, but that's not what we're talking about right now. You're just talking about catfishing in general.
Yeah.
I don't know what catfishing is.
Catfishing is somebody pretending to be who they're not.
Don't you remember
they can pretend to be some beautiful model and there's some big fat kid in the basement. It's just
well, on Facebook, if they're catfishing, it's a girl, and the only friends they have are men.
And they want money.
Yeah.
Remember the guy we had?
These are guys trying to contact the teenage girls.
Usually, what concerns me, and I talk to my daughter about, is these men send out other teenage girls. Let's go to a party.
Yeah.
We got some great guys in the Springs who have given us alcohol, and we want to party.
That's what I'm saying.
And they disappear.
There's all kinds of ways. There are all kinds of telltale signs. You can see on Facebook not only their number of followers, but you can see if they're followed by themselves. They set up pages to follow themselves. It's really quite an art.
Yeah.
A good catfish, what they really want to do is extract. Most of them want to extract money. Some are just sick and they want attention. I mean, they literally just.
The way these were, those meet me someplace, like you were saying, meet me at the dance and meet me at this, they were all meet me things, which scared me. But they were all sophisticated enough to know that they were. I wouldn't have known.
Scary.
Well, yeah, they have a hunch.
Yeah. Well, the kids are just really sharp on this. More than I am.
Yeah, they're too sharp.
Something to be said for that.
We're already. This is amazing.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. This hour brought to you by Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, the new orthodontics, something that can quite literally change your life. We're consumer advocates here. I have started this show many years ago, actually more than 40 years ago, but in Denver for 40 years. I've been solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints, so welcome if you're just tuning in. What we do is we get directly involved in some cases. In other cases, we just give advice. We often give referrals. We have experts at referralist.com. They're also our sponsors, and it all works together for the good of you. Now, here's the deal. You can agree or disagree with us. That's fine. Just share with us. If you disagree and have better information, we welcome you. You can call this number 24/7 to leave messages if you're listening to a podcast, if you're out of state, if you're listening to a delayed broadcast. 303-MARTINO, or you just need help. 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. 303-MARTINO. goes to voicemail when we're not around. It goes to our office when we're there. It goes to the studio when we're here. So you don't even have to think. You just call, and the call is routed to wherever it needs to go. And we always check 303-MARTINO, and if we think it's a great case that needs airing, we'll get you on the show. 303-MARTINO. You can also call right now, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. That's the number for our flagship KHOW. We also have some affiliates in Colorado Springs, and elsewhere we also have live on Facebook, live on YouTube. On Facebook, it's Referral List, and on YouTube, I think it's Referral List too, or just look for Troubleshooter, either place. Yes, Suzanne.
Look for Troubleshooter Network on YouTube.
That's right, it is. Okay, so welcome to the show. We got a lot happening today, and as I said, this brought to you by the New Orthodontics. A word about the New Orthodontics. It really takes just 2 years, and you can have a straight, beautiful smile as an adult without veneers. Now, veneers are cosmetic dentistry that cover up the old teeth and make them look straight and beautiful, and they do a great job. But it costs about $60,000 for your mouth. Just the front teeth can cost $20,000, $25,000. Aurora Orthodontics does it the natural way without any extractions or any surgery. That you wear these series of mouthpieces at night, and eventually your palate will expand. You do not need surgery. He has proven that your palate does not fuse, and it can be expanded. Then when your teeth get pretty straight, he uses Invisalign braces for the finishing touches. The whole thing takes, listen to this, just 2 years and a fraction of a cost. Just a few grand compared to $60,000 or $70,000. And you have straight, beautiful teeth. And listen to this one. It cures TMJ and sleep apneas. 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100. That's 690-0100, the New Orthodontics. Okay, so let's talk to Dixie about a Home Depot problem. And if you want to know about any follow-ups, we'll try to bring you follow-ups as we go. I don't know if you guys noticed, Deputy Dan, Deputy Clint, did you get the email about the big board we have, the big follow-up board?
Yep.
So we keep track of each and every problem like a soap opera, and we can help you. If you call in, we will take your case and track it along. And if you guys have any follow-ups, let me know. I know, Dan, you had one you were talking about today with Christian Brothers. We'll get to that in a second. Dixie, what's going on with you, Dixie?
You're my last hope.
Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of pressure. What's going on?
I bought carpeting from Home Depot.
You should have gone to Simply Floors.
Yes, I know. I'm new to Colorado. I've only been here 10 years. This is my first carpet that I bought.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm past being a senior. I'm an elderly.
How old are you?
I had called a lot of people.
How old are you?
84. I'll be 85.
Oh, my goodness. You sound like a young chick. Okay. So what went wrong with your floors?
All right. They came in, and they gave me the slip, and it said on there was a guy well-dressed, was there in time.
All right, well, tell me the problem, though. You bought floor covering at Home Depot. That's your first problem. What else?
The Home Depot is they made me pay up front. And they said because they have to order.
Yeah, I don't mind if you're paying up front for products like that if you do it on a credit card. And what happened then?
When they came in and did the carpet, they unrolled it from plastic, and I had my garage door open and everything.
And what's the problem? I didn't hear the problem.
The problem is that I ended up in the ER because of the toxins.
Oh, hold on.
The carpet.
Okay, so Dixie, you're saying that as soon as they unrolled that carpet, you had some kind of reaction.
2 days later, I was in the ER.
Was this after they installed? Is this after they installed the carpet?
Yes.
It was outgassing, it's called.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened? What did they diagnose you with?
I didn't realize that it was from the toxins in the carpet, the VOs.
Well, we don't know it is. You're saying it is.
Yes. He couldn't find anything. All my vitals are fine. I have a report on all my vitals.
So who concluded it's the carpet?
I went to Dr. On the internet to Dr. Marcola.
And is this, okay, Dr. Marcola, the internet doctor, I know who he is, and he concluded, he didn't actually talk to you, did he?
No, but I have all his reports on installing a new carpet.
And he said that you would get a reaction.
Yes.
Okay, I doubt it, but
That's
go
where I
ahead.
got the reaction.
All right, and so no doctor could find this, but you have some kind of reaction. When was the carpet installed?
February the 9th. I called.
Okay, February 9th. Hold on. So are you still having problems?
Yes, I am, and also the carpet is dirty.
Is the carpet?
I fell down because they broke
Dixie,
my threshold.
Okay, before you pile up the problems, let's talk. This reaction is still going on. How do you stay there?
I own it.
No, what I mean is, you didn't have them take the carpet back out.
They won't.
Okay.
They won't even come and look at it. There's a defect in it.
Okay.
A white line going
well, that's
down
home.
the middle
That's Home Depot service. As I said, Simply Floors Inc. would have been the absolute best possible thing you could have done ever, because the guy not only would have gotten you better prices, he would have been there and helped you with any problem. But with this sensitivity thing, Dixie, I'm going to give you the bad news first, okay?
All right.
Home Depot doesn't have any responsibility to you, neither does the carpet manufacturer. They're not going to guarantee that this carpet is safe for everybody. I mean, first of all, between you and me, and I'm not going to argue with you, I don't think you're having a reaction to the carpet. That's just a little hunch I'm having. The other thing is that this carpet does not. They don't owe you anything. If you want them to take it out and give your money back, it's not going to happen. I just want to go there and really just tell you the truth. There's no reason to lie to you. There's no case on earth I can think of unless something was truly toxic to everyone. In other words, if they imported it from China, and I don't mean to pick on China, but they imported and it had some formaldehyde and it toxic, dangerous levels, hurting people. But if you're the only one right now reporting this, or if you're the only one with this carpet, I don't think I can make a case for them to give your money back. Is that what you were hoping?
I was hoping they would come and pick it up because
no, they
there's
won't.
A defect in it and it's dirty.
What is the defect, Dixie?
The defect is a white line going down my front room.
Okay.
And also,
a good installer can fix that seam, and then you're talking about dirty.
Seam.
It's not a seam.
No, it's in the carpet. And they also charge
Can we get Simply Floor? Do you think Buddy would ever have time to look at this for her?
Yeah, I mean, he'll make time.
He's busy. But listen, what we need to do is get our expert.
How about a picture? Can she send a picture?
But Dixie, you're not going to be happy with it, even if they fix the defect, because you have yourself talked into this reaction you have.
Well, my cat lost her voice.
Okay.
And it was recorded at her vet.
What did she just say?
Her cat lost her voice.
Oh, Christ. Are you serious?
No. Instead of saying, meow, it now goes, mm. So, Dixie, seriously, I don't want to make fun of this. I want to help you. So here's what we do.
Right.
Let's do this, one thing at a time. If that's truly a defective carpet, defective,
yes,
they would have to replace it. If it's defective, I'm not talking about your environmental sensitivity. I'm talking about that streak you have down the middle of it.
Right.
The other thing is, you said something else about the threshold. That should be fixed.
Fireplace,
but being dirty, I don't understand what you mean dirty. I mean, it can be clean. Carpets can be cleaned. So I think, by the way, the outgassing and that sensitivity, you could truly have some sensitivity to the initial outgassing. I think we can get this cleaned up. And by maybe get a carpet doctor over there or someone to clean this for you, maybe and they're really inexpensive. We can get someone. What is the actual name, though? Because we get them confused with the other one. I want to know the actual name, Mark, because there's one just like it.
He is. Hold on, I'm going to pull him up.
And so what we're going to do is, first, I'm going to beg Buddy Mitchell at Simply Floors to go over and take a look. Suzanne, can you get this to Buddy and ask him, where are you located, dear? Where are you located, Dixie?
I'm in Littleton.
Okay, that's good. Hold on. Now Simply Floors is at 52nd and Ward. They have a showroom, but if you ever need them and you need expert installation and you need prices that will beat Home Depot and beat the Carpet Exchange and beat Carpet Mill and beat those prices, you can go to simplyfloorsinc.com, because Buddy Mitchell will come to your home, they will also save you a lot of money.
And he does laminates, hardwood, he does anything.
Right. Okay, so we have a lot more to talk about on the show. I want you to stick around. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Speaking of sensitivities, Absolute Radon Safety, it is absolutely necessary that you contact them if you have a radon problem, not because of your health, because of the perception. So many people are upset about radon. If you're one of them, if you get high levels in a home inspection on a home you're buying, hey, don't fear. So many people think it's going to bust a deal. No, you can get it mitigated for just $899 in most cases, and only a few hundred more for rare cases. So Absolute Radon Safety not only can test, but they can mitigate for under $1,000. 303-880-0682, 880-0682.
Tell me what's going on.
All the time I spent on this, he crosses out the defendant, public service, and puts HomeSmart at this address in
Who
Centennial.
puts that in there?
The consumer.
Why?
And there is no fucking goddamn
But why
address.
does the consumer do that?
I don't fucking know. I don't know why I wasted my time.
And then he
Where did this even come
He
from?
can't serve anybody because it's his case.
Right. No, he brought it back for us to serve, and the address doesn't exist. It just literally makes no sense.
Carpet Doctor Inc. is our corporate printer.
It's called
CarpetDoctorInc.com.
Give him the phone number.
Well, I think I have it on. Or no, maybe I don't. Let me see.
I just cannot fucking believe
Okay,
this.
so what is it?
720-298.
Literally.
0352.
And there's nothing here. This is not a real fucking address.
Listen to all of my people listening online. I do apologize for Mark Major. What camera is on right now?
Fuck.
I apologize.
And I apologize for the lady whose cat lost her voice over the carpet.
Hey, listen!
Hey, that cat used to talk. Now it can't talk.
It doesn't go meow. It goes.
That was a valuable cat. It could talk.
Oh my God, I
You gotta
can't
stop
go.
doing that. You're not ready to make me busted.
This is incredible. Go, do me a favor, call this guy and ask him, where is this place? Because when I Google it, there is no fucking address. There is nothing.
Did you get a hold of
I don't even, does HomeSmart have locations, Tom? Do you know this?
No.
Do they have fucking retail locations? I'm not wasting my time serving an invisible building in an invisible address. He fucking crossed everything off. I don't get it. Mark!
Hey, did you get a hold of Christian Brothers?
Yes, there's a lot more to that.
I know it. I
I'm
told
working
you.
on it.
Christian Cochran is a bit of a nut.
The caller.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think he's hiding shit. But there was one thing that's weird as shit. Their invoice from the original place is different than mine.
Well, they did a clutch and they did the rear main seal from the original place.
Yeah, you gave me the invoice.
Right.
The one that the second one has in Colorado Springs, right here, this is really bizarre.
Should have just done.
No, right under this, because we went back and forth reading everything. Right under technician's comment, oxygen, there's another line on the one the shop sent to the other shop that says all kinds of other shit.
So not that they did, but they.
All the other problems they found with it.
Right. So there is.
Well, why the fuck is there two different invoices with the
I
same
don't know,
number?
but
It makes no sense.
Both shops want to do diagnostics on the vehicle because they said there was more wrong than just the clutch.
God, I can't believe this guy, though. I swear to God, I can't believe this guy.
Why don't we call and ask him?
I got Clint doing it right now. I mean, it's just such a waste of time from yesterday now. This guy literally threw away $66 to file, too.
Established a special number to address your concerns.
People need to learn.
0893-555.
There is nothing at this address.
The Raleigh House is a premier addiction recovery program located here in Colorado.
It's pretty clear what's on there. Right?
About different treatment options.
Here's a home Excel. Let me go to this website.
Designed to help reduce substance abuse. No more excuses, no more
Contact locations.
Some health insurance covers the cost. Call today for a free no-obligation consultation. The Raleigh House, 720-893-5555.
I just had a call from a guy from
720-893-5555.
Centennial.
Call today.
God, this would be nice if this was a real address. Where's the damn location? There is no location. I mean, why would HomeSmart have retail locations?
Just to piss you.
I mean, honest to God, does it even make any sense? Although I say that, CenturyLink literally has retail locations now.
What do they do?
They try to sell you shit out of them.
Come on. What do they sell, Mark?
They have their modems there they sell. They tell you about their new TV products on their internet.
Like Comcast.
I didn't know Comcast had retail.
Oh, yeah, they do for sure. Or Xfinity.
This is unbelievable. There is no address like this. So I just don't know what to say.
Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center will evaluate your hearing and get you a 30-day, or excuse me, 20-day, I think they do it. Anyway, it's a trial period for a hearing aid. They want to make sure that you are a candidate and that you love the hearing aids. That's what they do. By the way, you know, you pay for an evaluation for hearing because they're true audiologists, and that's what you must insist on. Don't go to these, you know, in the Sunday paper you see these ads for these people with these low-cost hearing aids. Really, truly, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, they're audiologists, doctors of audiology. They can help you with tinnitus and with hearing loss, and you get the free no-obligation trial for your hearing aid. Now, the evaluation, as I said, you pay for an office visit, but listen, you get what you pay for. You have true doctors doing true testing and evaluation to get you the right product. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, 303-534-0163.
I had
303-534-0163. Mark?
I had that carpet cleaner's number. Do you have it?
The carpet, it's called...
For the old lady whose cat lost her voice because of the carpet.
Here's what we're going to do first. We're going to have her I want Buddy Mitchell to look at it first. Then I think she gets it cleaned. But I recommend to everyone you get your carpets cleaned. This guy will do any house, any size.
It's insane.
For
$139. It does it. He's done mine. 4,000 square feet of carpet, and
he's on the referral.
I paid him extra.
Look for the Carpet Doctor Inc. on the referral list. He's on there.
He's a one-man show. He works his butt off. And he will kick butt.
I have to take Judy. Judy called with a problem, and we were very, very lucky to get the owner on, which we really appreciate. When owners come on this show, we give them the utmost respect to tell us their side of the story. Judy, the basic story was what?
That I had
you have remains.
To get my daughter's remains buried with my other daughter. I'm out in Vermont, so it's very difficult.
You're in Vermont, Judy. Your daughter, your deceased daughter, your most recently deceased daughter, and God, you must have a heavy heart. Your most recently deceased daughter, when did she die?
September 25th, 2016.
She died, and what was and then who handled the cremation?
Apollo Funeral Home.
Okay, and then how did you find Apollo, by the way?
I wasn't actually the one that found him. I think it was my son-in-law.
Okay, and what's the main deal? You just want the remains buried, and you're telling me they've had these remains for how long now?
For a year and a half.
And did you pay?
With them. I paid in August 2017.
What did you pay?
I paid $4,900 for a new stone with both my daughter's names on it and all of the cemetery costs.
Why, if she died in September or fall of 2016, why did it take you until the following year to pay the $4,900?
Well, I didn't start. We started working on it in January with the funeral home to get all the stones
okay,
done.
So you're telling me the process took a year. That doesn't sound right to me, but okay. So now...
No, I know.
But since August of 2000...
Right.
Okay, but let's speed forward. From August 2017 till now, where are the remains?
At the Apollo Funeral Home.
And you still haven't gotten them buried?
No.
Okay, so let's go to Miles, Hartford. And Miles, thank you very much, owner of Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services. Thank you for coming on. What can you add to this?
First of all, my most sincere condolences. I mean, it's not an easy time, and I'm sorry that Judy's had to go through this. Unfortunately, with the process, with the stone, it's taken a little longer than we anticipated. And unfortunately, working with vendors, between headstone vendors and the cemetery, we've had to delay the final placement of the stone.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can see that, I guess, because you truly didn't get paid until August, so it's not been 3 years. It's been since August. September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, okay, so we're talking about, what, 6 months?
Correct. Yeah, and as far so the stone is complete. Payment has been taken care of with the cemetery. The cemetery did let us know yesterday that they will not be finishing the foundation for the stone until mid-April. Our original plan, when Megan did pass away, was that when the stone was placed is when we would also place her remains in the grave site.
So you do have an absolute, well, nothing's absolute, but you do have a projected date then of mid-April.
Correct, yeah. As far as talking with the cemetery yesterday, that's what we were given as far as the timeline. We were told that once they received the check, they can move forward. Once they did receive the check, now it's been put off for about a month.
Judy, do you have any specific questions?
I'm aware that they've received the check for the foundation. There's still another a little over $2,600 that is supposed to go to the cemetery.
Correct.
Towards the expenses of the burial.
Correct.
What is your, any other questions?
Been dragged out, and January 31st, the funeral home told me that the stone was going to be delivered the next week, so I waited probably 2 or 3 weeks, and then I called the cemetery, and they hadn't heard anything from Apollo at all.
Well, Apollo was waiting first to get the stone figured out. But here's what I want to ask right now. What do you want? Because right now he has a date, mid-April. I mean, we'll narrow it down if you need it. You're in Vermont. Are you going to fly out here?
No, but my son-in-law has my grandchildren out there in Denver.
Okay, and I don't mean to sound I don't mean to sound, you know, too crude here, but let's get to the point. What do you want at this point? If he is accounting to us, saying, "Here's what happened. We have a date. We're very sorry, but this is it." Now what? I guess I'm asking. Now what? Does that satisfy you?
I just want them to do what they had promised from the beginning, because it's been
which is what? Which is what? Which is to set a stone and bury the remains.
Buried, get the stone in place.
Okay, and that's going to be mid-April. So now that we know that, is there anything else, or are you doubting that's going to be done? I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, now what? Are you satisfied with the answer he gave, that they're going to do it in mid-April?
I am, if it really comes true.
I understand. I know. You say...
I've felt at risk this whole time because I've had very little contact, and it just keeps getting dragged
I understand
out. That's why it wasn't until August.
Well, Suzanne, what did you want to say?
I think what Judy wants is for her grandkids to be able to go visit their mother's remains.
I understand.
See her name. And so I'm glad that Miles is working with us to get this handled.
Yeah. So here's what, Judy... You know, Miles, are you pretty well sure that now that mid-April this can be done?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, with talking with the cemetery, we're just waiting on the completion of the foundation. The headstone is complete and is sitting in our memorial shop to be delivered to the cemetery. So once the cemetery completes their end, we can set that final date for the stone and the burial.
Thank you very much, Miles Harford with Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services. Judy, my God, losing 2 kids, 1 daughter and now another daughter, my heart does go out to you, truly. And stay in touch with us, okay? Tim, what's going on? Tim!
Yes, sir.
Appliance delivery. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
Come on.
So
What?
Well, actually, it's pretty believable, actually. So refrigerator went out about 2-3 weeks ago, and we did everything we could to make sure it stayed, make sure we got the best deal. I went to Sears, I went to anywhere and everywhere. Finally settled one at Home Depot during their President's Day sale. Bought it and set up the delivery for yesterday.
Okay, and what's the problem now? The problem is with the delivery, right? What's the problem?
Well, when I originally purchased it, I said, okay, the delivery, I know I have to be there or my wife has to be there. I said, yeah. I said, I don't have to do anything. They said, no, you're good.
Okay.
So I got a call yesterday. They'd be there between 3 and 7 p.m. At about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I saw the truck pull up, so I got excited. I walked outside, and the truck was driving away. So I grabbed my phone and I started running after the truck like a crazy person.
What store? Wait, what store did you buy? Where did you buy it?
Home Depot.
And the delivery wasn't Home Depot, right? It was an independent.
It was not. No.
Okay.
It was an independent.
Okay.
So I called the installation phone number that they gave me, and the lady on the phone said, "Oh, they came to your house by mistake. You're 3 down on the list. They'll come later this afternoon." So I said, "Okay, great." So they called about 6:45, and I said they'd be there in 20 minutes.
Did they ever make it that day? Let's get right to that part. Did they ever make it?
They got there last night, and they said they needed to take the door off, and they weren't able to take the door off. They have to reschedule it.
So wait, you waited all day. They get there and say, now we have to make another day.
Yes.
Yeah, but why? I didn't get why.
Because wait, Tim, because they couldn't get it in without removing the door?
Yeah, the front door.
Well, hold on. They must have delivered appliances before. Why don't they anticipate this?
That's what I don't understand, because my brother actually works for the...
Well, they're in the business.
Yeah, but is his front door smaller than usual or something?
Is it?
No, it's a standard.
All right, now the question, what do you want? That's the question. What do we do? That's what we always want to ask. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Wow, what do you want? Hey, if you want stem cell therapy, there's only one clinic I recommend right now, Centeno Schultz, MDs, real doctors, I call them, because if they can't use stem cell for one reason or another, or if you're not a candidate, they have other modalities available, including, PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and they have other therapy because they are a medical clinic. Now, they were first in when it comes to stem cell therapy. They harvest the stem cells from you and deliver them on-site with imagery, which you should insist on when it comes to stem cell therapy for painful joints, back, shoulders, hands. They can even repair most ACL tears. Think of that, without surgery. 303-963-9201. Please avoid the phonies. Please avoid the chiropractic offices that offer phony stem cell therapy. 303-963-9201.
Did you go to Ameritrade? Because they just left a message for me for Tom at the DTC location.
No, I haven't called them, nothing.
Okay, so do you want to call them, or you want me to just send the info to Tom to call?
Why would I call? Text it to me. I don't know what it is. Is it an email? What is it?
I'm reaching out in regards to the account that you just opened up with us here. If you have a minute, please give me a call at 303-488.
Just text it to me.
Yeah, just text it. Can you just be me, or do
I have no idea even why they'd be calling. I have no idea.
Martin, believe it or not, this mess is going to be okay.
Okay.
What is it?
They crossed out defendant number 1 and put number 2, but he did it in front of the clerk, and she said it would be okay.
What would be okay, to make up an address?
No, I called. And,
to substitute defend.
Yeah, I called, and this is an address. It's supposed to be, HomeSmart's a completely different division than public.
Yeah, but what is the address? What is it?
On South.
What did you look for, Mark? Did you look for it?
I googled the address. There's no such thing.
6891 South Clinton Street.
And you called the phone number, and it's what?
6891 South Clinton Street. That's what they.
South Clinton. What's town here?
Centennial. 80112.
Sometimes it comes up as Inglewood, Mark. You can try that too.
But you called up and
down near the
I went through that ridiculous.
Mark, give it to me again.
Everything else.
Give it to me again.
It's right over here.
6891 South Clinton Street.
Yeah, it's right off of Gravel.
Yeah. I know where it is.
Raffle and Clinton.
But I mean, yeah, there it is. It comes up
Target.
immediately, but it comes up as Greenwood Village, Mark.
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, let me take a look. It's a vacant field.
Thank you.
Well, don't say it's nothing.
Well, there's no business there.
Well, I guess when I get there and it's a field, I'll...
No, there is nothing.
It's a rabbit hole.
Dude, literally, there's nothing there.
Well, hold on now.
It's a rabbit hole.
Wait. New Indian Cafe is near there.
Maybe they give you that address to avoid it because you can't get through to anybody on their
6890, but 6880 is the. So it would be on the other side of the street, and there's nothing on that side of the street, literally.
They catfished you.
Seriously, there's nothing on the street.
Okay.
Where did he say he got the address?
I just got it off the phone thing, the phone tree that you push this number and that number and that number and that number and that number.
What's the company?
It's actually Home Smart.
There's nothing here.
It's their own individual company. Well, I guess I'll find out when I get there.
Wait. Now, where is it? There. Okay, I see, Mark. Did you do the satellite? There's nothing. There's a corner field.
There's nothing.
That's what you're finding, right? That corner field?
Okay.
Unless this is old.
Did you call the guy and ask him where he got the address?
He got it from public service.
But there's nothing there!
Well, I called this phone number.
I don't give a shit. Ask them if their office is at that location.
You can't. You cannot, on their phone tree, get through to a human being. It takes you around and around, and it tells you to call another number. You call it, and it goes
Here's the problem. That's not even where you serve them. Where you serve them is that address under there. That's their registered agent.
Yes, dear. What do you have? Another one? Don't add another one.
Not adding.
Whatever it is. That's where they get served. It's an easy service because it's a company that takes service. The problem is that service company is going to look at it and have no one called HomeSmart. So therefore, nothing's going to happen with this. I'm just telling you.
It's so close. Let me try going to that address.
Okay.
There's
But
nothing there.
you understand, you can't serve them at that address. Okay. You can only serve them at their registered agent, which is below there. If you do serve them at the registered agent, and the registered agent has nothing on that address like we have, they're going to literally throw it away.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Because it's a company that takes service for companies. In fact, it's called the corporation companies. I've served them 100 times for Sprint and anybody else.
1800 Larimer? I can still see it on here.
No, not the one that's crossed out. It's below the second one. It'll say registered agent. The corporation company.
The one downtown?
It's directly under it. Yeah, it's the one downtown.
I've served them too.
Yeah. See, the problem is when they look up the home store at that address, they're going to have 0 records because there's no such fucking company.
I'm here. I'm lost to what you're telling me.
Right here.
Go down there.
Corporation Service Company. Here's where you serve them.
Oh,
it's right in Littleton.
Okay, then they could stay this way.
No.
You don't think so for the Home Smart?
This is a company that you serve. They probably take service for, just to give you an idea, 100,000 companies.
Okay, including Home Smart.
They're going to take this and they're going to say, okay, the defendant is Home Smart on Clinton. Yeah. They're going to look it up in their database, and they don't have a Home Smart named Clinton. So they're going to throw it in the trash.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, Century RV. If you're looking for an RV, I love RVs. Have you ever had an RV?
Oh my God, fifth wheels, all kinds of stuff. Speaking of which,
I just want to tell you that the indoor facility,
the largest
indoor facility,
period.
Largest selection of used. It's 32,000 square feet. Well, I should say the largest
used inventory in the state of Colorado,
and
period.
It's just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, okay? Picture that, right next to Woodley's. And the thing about Century RV is they have new and used. But here's something I don't say enough of. They have a service facility. Now, on the 119 turnoff to Longmont, north of Denver on I-25, their other location, they have a service department, and that is every bit as important as sales because they stand behind the products. They have used units and big iron new ones, $50,000 off, and you can get brand new camper trailers for under 10 grand. That's CentryRV.com, 2 locations. Let's keep going. Okay, so what are we going to do about that Home Smart thing? We were so pissed off about the Home Smart program. The only one who thought it was fair is Deputy Dan. We all were outraged by it.
I'm tearing my hair out right now.
I'm just chiding Deputy Dan. We had discussions off the air. Here's the deal.
We had him
guy
sued.
has a warranty with Home Smart. It's the worst decision anyone can make. If you're within earshot and you are watching this video, you're listening to the show, and you have, if you have Excel, it's not Excel now, but it's, well, it is. It's Excel services, and it used to be public service. If you have them, and you have their warranty under Home Smart, I suggest you cancel it. It's useless. I do not believe in their warranty. It sucks. They don't tell you what's covered until you have a claim, and then most likely it's not covered. So it's just ridiculous.
Well, we had him sued, but it turned out to be a cluster. It's not going to work. We're going to have to redo the paperwork, go back down. I mean, that's just a fact of life. Folks, when you sue somebody, you've got to put down what the actual company is with an address, and you have to serve the registered agent. And it's not going to work out this time. We'll start over.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's keep going. And Tim had this this delivery problem, and it's really a simple problem. They came, he waited all day, they didn't deliver because they had to remove the door, and so now they rescheduled. Did they reschedule, Tim?
Not yet.
Okay, so what are you calling about? What do you want? Now that this is done, I understand it. You know, delivery problems go awry all the time. They wouldn't take off the door that night. I don't know why, but what do you want? What are you calling about? What can we do to help?
I just wanted a little advice on the strategy for you on what to bargain with Home Depot.
Well, what should happen, not by law, but just by, in my opinion, good business practices, if you make someone wait all day, and this goes for anyone, this goes for great companies, like Fix-It 24/7, when they do their thing, I think, you know, when they do their $39 thing and they don't show up, we had one call on that, they should do something extra. And I don't mean to pick them out. We get this complaint all the time. I get it all the time. If we get one complaint about the referral list, it's not about shoddy work, it's not about cheating, it's not about anything like that. It's about one thing more than any, and that is the appointment times. People, logistically, either they're late or they don't show and they have to call and delay it.
With HVAC companies, a lot of times what happens, cold front moves through, emergencies show up, and you get bumped.
Or they're at a previous location and something else happens. So, Tim, I think you should be offered some kind of a gratuity, but they don't have to. I think you waited all day, it sucks, but they're going to say at Home Depot, well, we use an independent delivery company.
Yeah. And that's what they said. And, you know, it's funny you mentioned Fix-It 24/7, and I was putting up furnace yesterday. It was fantastic, so I appreciate you letting me know about that.
So what, have you asked about anything right now?
They said that they can reschedule until next Friday.
But did they offer you anything?
They did not, and I'm getting ready to go in there now.
Whoa, I got to ask you something. You said next Friday. When are you talking about?
Next Friday the 16th.
So, seriously, they were supposed to... Now, think about this.
No, that sucks.
That is an issue. So they put you... Is that because you only had time next Friday, or that was their first available?
That is their first available.
I think it sucks. You know what I do? I get a refund and go buy it at Appliance Factory Outlet or buy it somewhere else.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. You can get a refund. Why not that? Why just say, you know what, this whole thing put a sour taste in my mouth. I don't want it.
That's exactly what I was calling for.
Now, and I bet you will beat the price. Listen, Appliance Factory Outlet is not on the referral list, but I know that they've been able to beat prices that we've called them about. So I think they have good prices. That doesn't mean you have to buy there, but shop around. Tim, you know what? If the more people do this and start reacting like this, the more power we will have. And if everyone, when they listen to the show, they take notes, and they truly, truly use their power and then tell us about it, things will change.
Real quick on this Home Smart, I just want to catch everybody up. So basically what happens here is this company has charged them $4,200
for like
over
5
10
appliances.
Years. For 4 or 5 appliances that are actually listed, you know, water heater, furnace, air conditioner. I saw the paperwork, okay? $4,200 over a 10-year period. This guy has spent maybe more, actually. I didn't do the math. Now, listen to this. They come out there when his water heater finally breaks and says, hey, here's the deal. It's going to cost costs more to replace than it does to repair. Right on his paperwork, he also spends an additional $9.95 a month with these idiots down there at HomeSmart for replacement coverage. They tell him they're not going to replace it. Okay? Then they offer them.
Wait, they're not going to fix it because it's too much.
Because it's too old.
And they're not going to replace it. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
But here's what I want to say quickly, Mark.
It gets worse.
They said they would replace it if he pays something toward it.
They were going to get, that's exactly where I'm going. He had to pay towards his new 50-gallon water heater, ready? $1,650 towards it. Well, they were going to give him $50 off.
Now, the wording in the warranty, folks, listen to this. You must have it repaired by them. That's part of the deal.
Yes.
The home warranty is you don't get it fixed and get reimbursed. They must fix it, okay?
It's insane.
So listen, in the HomeSmart warranty, if something breaks and you fix it somewhere else, they don't cover it. They only cover it if they fix it. But here's the wording, Mark. If they now remember, they're the only ones that can fix it, and they're the ones that set the price for fixing it. So if they feel it's too expensive and it's not worth it, they have the right to turn it down. Period.
But he pays $9.95 a month for this replacement as an additional.
Right. So this guy, so listen to what Home Moron
$1,650.
The rip-off of Excel services is beyond, it's beyond reproach. I mean, it's not beyond reproach. It's beyond any kudos whatsoever. It sucks. It's bad. It's worse than anything. It's throwing money away. The only one thing was worse than that is when CenturyLink used to offer that linebacker service. That you would insure the lines inside the walls
because of
$4.95.
Because of our last thing with these guys and that heat exchanger, which I'm not going to get into. I have Plumline going out there.
Good.
They're going to look at it. If he does do a water heater, they've got one for $11.99 on special, so it'll be $500 less. But more importantly, we're going to know if it wasn't even repairable.
Good. And speaking of Plumline services, listen, you won't go wrong with Plumline services. They are the ones that went out last time. HomeSmart said, Plumline said, you have a bad heat exchanger. She calls HomeSmart. HomeSmart comes out there and says, there's nothing wrong with this. Plumline is cheating you. Well, Plumline, I called them and said, hey, HomeSmart at Excel says you're cheating. They were pissed off. So, they removed, here's what they said to the homeowner. We will remove this furnace and replace it free of charge. That's it. Because we want to prove them wrong. So they went out, pulled out the old furnace, in the driveway, disassembled it.
And I watched the whole thing.
There were, 9 cracks in the heat
exchanger? I think more than that, but literally I was there to make sure no funny business on any side.
So, this is the deal. Plumline Services says it was bad, and it was bad. And HomeSmart could have killed these people. Could have killed them. PlumlineServices.com. You want a true second opinion, you call Plumline. 303-586-1086. They don't charge for second opinions. Whether it be a water heater, a furnace, a service change electrically, because they do plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, especially with drains. They have their own drain division. If you're told you need a new drain, you better talk to them first. 303-586-1086.
Mark, here's what happened. So I called George first and Brian because I figured we'd work it in. But no, I didn't. I mean, neither of them answered.
Mr. Holt lives in Arapahoe County. She went to Arapahoe County Court with this thing. And because Public Service was Denver, she told him he couldn't put a Denver address before he's suing. He'd have to find a location in Arapahoe County.
But why did he just pick a location? He literally just picked
They called Public Service, and Public Service gave him that location. But why can't he serve? I mean,
because there's no one there.
I know. No, why can't he serve Public Service in Denver? They're doing business in his
Well, he'd have to go serve them in Denver.
He doesn't have to
be Denver County.
Okay, but Mark.
No, small claims they've changed. Small claims they have to be in your county. Period. End of story.
Okay, so
no matter where the transaction.
No matter where the transaction. If you're suing them, you have to sue them there, or else they simply won't take it. Okay. That's Douglas County, Arapahoe, and Jetco. Okay. Every one of them.
So we're going to have to find...
It doesn't matter. I'll give you a bad example, but it just happened. Automotive shop located in Colorado Springs comes to Denver, does work at a guy's garage for him in his house in Denver.
Yeah.
Guess where he had to sue him? At his shop in Colorado Springs. Peso County, whatever the hell it's called. El Paso. Peso.
Same thing.
Peso County. See, I'm fucking funny.
I'll rewrite this up, but we're gonna.
Did you lose it? You need another one?
I lost it last time, and it showed up. So
yeah, it showed up when I turned it into the to court.
After that, I lost it again.
No, the Corporation Service Company is on Littleton Boulevard, isn't it?
So I'm waiting to see if it shows
up. Why don't you keep it in your wallet like you don't even carry a wallet, do you?
I've got to figure out what to do.
What do you generally carry? Just a credit card?
So I should keep it in a cell phone.
Do you use your do you pay with your cell phone? Apple Pay? Oh, okay. So really, all you need is a cell phone.
Yeah, not everyone has Apple Pay.
Well, let me ask you this: when I do Samsung Pay, I wave my phone over the thing and it works. But does that send the same signal that these doors could take? Is it an RF?
You know, I've thought that too. Why don't they have security systems and have cell phone access?
I bet they do.
Tom, hold off on doing Art of Granite. I'm going to try to work it into this call.
The place we're serving is in Arapahoe County.
But they can lie.
No. The place,
That's
Corporation Service Company.
Those are just the people that accept service.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but that's
registered agent.
Yeah, that's Arapahoe County.
He's saying the business must be there, not
the business has to be located
not
there.
the registered agent.
Okay.
The registered agent could be in Ohio, as long as you have an address for the company here.
Okay, so
bad example, but
so there has to be some kind of a public service office or something in Arapahoe County.
I have no idea. But it doesn't matter. All the triplicates that were filed have that address.
Hangs on the car, sets it there.
The Larimer Street address? No, she did. The clerk didn't let him. That's why they got crossed through. She said the clerk crossed that out.
Here's what he should have done. Here's what he doesn't want to hear. Okay. He should have went to Denver County and filed.
He's already paid $60 in Arapahoe County, though.
What?
He's already paid us $60.
Well, I know that. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, maybe.
He won't get it back.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He went down and
the
filed.
court's
It's
going to
not
give it
his
back?
fault.
No way the court will give it
They
back.
booked it. They triplicated it. They
Come
entered
on,
it.
Guys.
It's the government.
God, this poor guy.
It's the government.
No.
If there truly is a HomeSmart that is owned by Excel,
In Arapahoe County somewhere.
no, at that address,
Okay.
then you're okay. But the problem is there's nothing at that address.
Yeah.
In fact, it's worse than that. That isn't an address. It's a lot.
Maybe they built something since you looked on that.
Well, that's possible.
Well, I'll drive by there.
No, seriously. The Google shot, you're right, the Google shot in the tech center in Denver could be from 5 years ago. Although the one in Franktown is updated every 6 months, the Google shot for the tech center in Denver probably is outdated.
You're saying Plumline will do a 50-gallon
I'll go by there,
gas
Mark.
water for
That'll
$5?
answer it, okay?
That's the cheapest I have ever heard.
Brand new.
He's doing a favor for me.
No, but
He's
they have
doing
that
it for
special.
less than that.
50-gallon gas water.
Yeah.
for
$11.99.
$12.
Yes.
That is, if they can do that, they'll get every water heater around.
What do you want me to say?
I'm just
Huh?
saying.
What do you
I'm
want
telling
me to
you.
say?
I'm just saying.
What do you want me to say?
I want to say.
Huh? What do you want me to say?
That should be a special.
I'd love to know. I wonder.
Do we have the service
Let me see that address.
We have the service.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. And for the first time today, we have open lines. We have Kimberly we'll go to, but we need so many people to call because we're going to get to you. By the way, if you're calling about a problem like a DUI, Joe Lazara, criminal defense attorney, the reason I mention him, I got an email, and I can't believe after all the commercials I do, they say, who is that guy you recommend? And do you really recommend him? Joe Lazara is the criminal defense attorney. This guy did, listen to this, he did not get busted for marijuana. He did not get busted for alcohol, cold medicine. I said, wait a minute. He said, I had a cold. I told the doctor I was on prescription medicine, and I was given a ticket for driving while impaired. Did you know you could do that with ordinary over-the-counter medications? You know that? Have you ever? Anyway, think about that. So anyway, Joe Lazara, I gave him his name, and if you're ever in trouble and you need a defense attorney for anything, and I hope you never need him, it's Joe Lazara on my referral list, referralist.com, 303-429-6200. 429-6200. Really cold medicine, because he said he was impaired. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's legal or not. I guess especially look at the people on painkillers. I guess they could get tickets too. All right, Kimberly, what's going on with you?
Yes, I hired a general contractor to redo our master bathroom, and he suggested we use his guy to do our quartz countertops. We went on his recommendation.
Oh, I wish you would have used my guy, but okay.
Yes, hindsight is...
Art of Granite, yeah. Okay, so what happened?
Well, they did a terrible job on the pre-installation. Every single cut that they made is wrong.
Oh, my God.
Every single cut. We have a very large vanity counter that is...
So the stone, are you saying the stone simply doesn't fit?
So, by the way, and I hate to keep doing this to you, Art of Granite is a direct quartz importer too, but let's talk about this. Can it be fixed? We had Mitch Floria, the owner over there, take a look at some of your photos. Do you think it can be fixed, Kimberly?
Well, it probably could be fixed, but the slab granite, or the slab quartz...
Let's see, I got some photos here.
The very last photo that I sent you, or the bottom of that photo, shows how big the quartz countertop is.
I don't see... Oh, I see that seam. I see that seam. Is that terrible to you, that seam?
It's bumpy. It's
now,
bumpy.
Hold on. Where the backsplash meets the counter, what do you do with uneven? Let me just... Mitch Fleury is with Art of Granite. I want to ask you a question quickly here, Mitch. We're going to run out of time. Doggone it. If we could just hold on, both of you, or I'll call Mitch back, because I do have some questions on installation. What do you do when it's an uneven surface anyway, and more? So hold on. Suzanne, ask him if we can call him back. This is, I want you to look at these photos, Mark. Tell me what you think as well. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Get your calls in, I promise. We're going to go quickly and get all of you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Do you know what I love about Art of Granite?
You have like uneven surface.
Look at the one that says benches crooked.
Like when you have a wall that's not, now that's pretty screwed.
Yeah, you got it.
This guy said.
Which one do you think's bad?
Okay, let's look at the backsplash. Uneven cut, replace there. It says the backsplash on the corner. Now there's no excuse for that.
Which one would have been caulked properly? We probably wouldn't have shown it was caulked properly.
But when you talk about a gap on a wall, I don't know what you do about it.
Oh, you mean in and out? You got to fix the wall.
This is weird. It says red.
Yeah, well, what they mean is there's a hint of red there.
And you can see it.
In the quartz.
That
could be natural.
We have a bathroom that's really out of square, so they just made a template. You know?
This is quartz. Isn't this synthetic quartz?
I don't think there is. Well, she said quartz. I'm assuming it's stone.
It's ground up stone, I'm sure.
Well, then that's not. Are you sure it is?
Different corner radius.
Why are you sure it is? What
I'm not sure it is, but I mean that's what it looks like.
You're sure it is what?
It looks cheap, doesn't it?
No, it looks like something that they grind up and then glue it.
It looks cheap. Yeah, I don't think it looks good.
Here's the problem. Look at the over picture though. The very last one.
Yeah, the overview. What about it?
I don't know. It doesn't look horrible.
Well, God, you're far away, Mark. I can see the gap between the counter and the backsplash right there.
Usually they fill those with that stuff, that epoxy that's the same color as the stone, and then you don't hardly see it.
I love this program I have. What is that? It's my lost work.
Oh, is it Allegra? That's the allergy medication?
I don't remember.
It is weird how they have two different cuts.
That's corn cuts.
Allegra.
Man, or driving while impaired.
Yeah, it doesn't. You
That's
don't even
the
have to
worst with corner cuts.
Because if I was driving a stick shift with this cast on and doing a bad job, I could be ticketed for driving while impaired.
You're right, because it's
So it's a real catch-all.
Great. Well, how do they?
Yeah, but they drink Parabol cough medicine.
Geez, I'm dying to know what Mitch says about it.
What's that? Is it
If they got impaired by cough medicine, that's a lot of fucking cough medicine.
Well, it could be stuff with like a shitload of codeine in it or something.
Read what they can do to charge you with driving while impaired.
No, not if it's Tylenol 4.
You don't have to have any alcohol in you. You don't have to have anything for an impairment. I could get charged with impaired for having a cast on my foot.
Yeah, you can. You're right.
Yeah.
You can.
It's really a catch-all.
Did it go down?
It's kind of scary.
No,
But basically, don't listen to cough off so much of your excuse. Take it.
Tylenol 3, isn't it, Mark?
No, 4. What is that program you got?
It's called Logbook Pro. Log 10 Pro or something. It was super.
Like the perfect party.
Log 10 Pro.
What's it?
A lot. It's just a logbook.
Oh, for your playing.
It's the Bell's One Big Sale, and this Friday through Sunday, you get 40% off in store.
It contains
anything for it. I think
opiate
called Full Flight. I think you can put your log in it too.
Medication.
Yeah,
I mean, medication, you could be
Acetaminophen.
unimpaired just for your medication.
Yeah, I showed an impairment.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
You got to show something. So if it's cough medicine, it's got to show.
Yeah, you do have to show an
I'm telling you, man, there's some cough medicines that will kick you in the nuts.
There's some allergy medications that will. The guy I know that was driving on Allegra, he was falling asleep.
Did you see that one?
How about a real strong sleeping pill? That's a real bitch when you're driving.
Yeah.
The highway highway patrol in, where was it? Tennessee. There's this lady and put her hand down his pants, or put her hand down he put his hand down her pants.
Is it on video?
Yeah, they got a video. They haven't showed the whole video and stuff. Yeah.
Holy shit! Where was it?
Tennessee and stuff. It was
What are we talking about? Who got where?
a lady, and then he stopped her again.
Oh my god!
And got her for tinted windows.
That is a
And
lawsuit.
didn't do anything.
After he stopped the first time, put his hand down her pants?
Yeah. And didn't, there was two, there had her kids in the second time, and then he didn't pour her out of the car.
Tennessee cop has.
This company has
I don't see it.
What did I just do? Heritage. K&H Home Solutions.
Tennessee cop.
It might not have been Tennessee, maybe Kentucky, is one somewhere down there.
Some southern.
No, put it on there. Highway patrol.
Did you have the pictures up of that granite too?
Highways.
That was the ugliest.
It's not good. Nothing improves homes like these windows, and you will find a better company when it comes to ethics, to skill, and
Troopers probing genitals of women at traffic stop.
Is that wrong?
Texas.
It wasn't Texas.
This is just different.
I know that.
That was the other
They're doing it everywhere.
They teach it in the academy.
So many years ago.
Should sue them for $100,000.
303
Geez, I'd sue for more than that.
That kind of abuse of power is just disgusting. You know,
Maybe she hit something.
I told you I was only with the sheriff's department for 2 years. You know why I got out? I had a sergeant who beat people up. He just
lie.
Oh, this guy would just. This guy would wear gloves and brag about how he would beat up.
Cops lie.
Oh, this guy.
No, they do.
They do.
I never said they didn't, but my God, it's not every cop.
No,
I agree.
You guys blunted it. Cops lie.
They do.
Attorneys lie.
Right. So I'll bet you there's
Priests lie.
So you think more than 2 cops out there lie? That's cops lie.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
And
what.
they can ruin people's lives.
I quit.
Well, of course they lie. Everybody goes to bed at night. They don't sleep standing up. They
It's
lie
legal.
down.
It's legal for them to lie.
Of course, in the room, under yeah. of
No,
course.
not in a room, just on a stop.
Yeah,
I know it.
That's right. If I'm sitting there,
Right.
and I stop you, what's wrong with that though? We just had a bar call, said you left there drinking 5 beers. He can make that shit up. He can say whatever the fuck
Exactly.
he
I
wants.
agree.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Is it a lie?
It's not illegal. I can lie to you, and there's nothing
I
wrong
know
with
it. What did I say?
Listen to this fucking
I said
guy.
cops lie. Is that right? You owe me lunch. You owe me lunch, Mark. You disagreed.
All right, I'll give you one.
Probable cause for a stop is so easy to get. I mean, anything they can't stop you without probable cause.
Well, you can indict a ham sandwich, so
Of course.
who cares?
You can make up. Do you want me to just take that? I'll take that with me and try it. And then, does it have a service with it to serve, or just tomorrow?
Yeah, just remember, it's got to be served before the court.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your consumer advocate. We are fighting for you. Yes, we are. And this hour brought to you by Rocky's Autos at 63rd and Federal. If you're looking for a used car, truck, SUV, or van, check Rocky's. And the all-new Rocky'sAutos.com. They are really taking to heart the website, trying to get all of their inventory up there along with pricing and everything else. If you go to Rocky'sAutos.com, it'll give you a good idea. But stop by, of course, 63rd and Federal. It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 6, 63rd and Federal. Rocky'sAutos.com. Variety in financing. 40 lenders to choose from. Variety in colors, makes, models, options, prices. 303-426-4646, 63rd and Federal. Listen, this is a consumer advocacy show. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and I've been doing this here now on this show, the longest-running radio show right now, currently on the air with the same host. And we are proud of it because we recover millions of dollars for consumers in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. We left off with a problem with quartz stone. I don't know if this is a slab product or condensed or whatever. Hey, Mitch, from that photo, can you tell? Mitch Floria is with Art of Granite. He's my expert with Art of Granite. We love Mitch and his work. You're a direct stone importer, and you import quartz. Does that, she said she paid for quartz. Does that look like quartz to you?
Good morning, Tom. Thanks for having me. This is a quartz countertop. It's a composite man-made product.
Okay. Is that what all quartz is? It's composite?
Yes, some 93% crushed granite, natural quartz, and lots of resin. That makes this very durable and non-porous.
Okay. So, you looked at these photos. She's complaining. I looked at the photos. It's certainly, they don't look great to me, but I'm not an expert. But I have a question for you in general, and I get this all the time. When you have people who have walls on older kitchens, and they're simply not plumb, they're not square, some of them are wavy, what do you do when you put up a backsplash? How do you deal with that? Or a counter, whatever.
Straight in houses, that's true. So when we tile the wall, it's much easier. But when we install slab against the wall, the slab is straight. The walls are curved, so it creates a gap behind. If the gap is much bigger than, say, 1/8 of an inch, maybe we address it with the customer. Maybe we place some additional seams in that backsplash, so then we kind of bend it and we follow the wall. It may not look very good, and so then the customer can decide if they want to keep the slab backsplash with gaps behind or if they want to tile the walls. So in this instance, I'm looking at this layout, and that's a long wall. There is a gap behind. I would say that gap is acceptable if the installer does a good job in caulking in and painting. Maybe a paint to match the wall would take care of that.
Now, when the backsplash meets the countertop, what would cause a gap in there? That doesn't seem like there should be a gap in there, right?
Yeah. Yes, this is a long vanity with a couple different angles, so there's a seam in there. I can't tell from the picture if that seam is even.
No, but I'm talking about the backsplash, where the backsplash meets, where the horizontal meets the vertical. Why shouldn't that be flush?
If that seam is not even, and if the countertop sags a little bit and the backsplash is cut straight through the saw machine, that creates a little gap. But it looks to me that this project is not completed yet. These fabricators, these installers have to go back and detail the job. They need to use silicone to, close those gaps. Maybe they need to remove and shade those backsplashes a little bit to make them fit better.
What about different corners? There's a square corner, 90-degree in the front, and in the back, there's a rounded corner.
That's something that needs to be discussed at template day. The homeowner and the fabricator, the installer, need to take measurement and take notes, and the customer should, tell them what they like regarding corners and radiuses and such.
What do you think about this job in general? We got two. We got the countertop, and then we have the bench. First, let's just take the countertop. What is your thought?
I think the countertop, they need to go back and detail it a little bit and pretty it up and use the silicone for backsplashes. One of the side splashes on the right side need to be grinded down to a 90-degree angle so it meets the other backsplash properly. There's also a hole by the desk area there that the backsplash.
Right, the backsplash goes over that hole. What do you do there?
So I think they drill that hole, and they didn't think that a backsplash would cover that part of that hole. So unless they will cut the backsplash thinner to recess it in a wall, the whole countertop is compromised.
Oh my God!
Unless the homeowner,
I mean, what is that hole for? Wires? What is that hole for?
Probably yes.
I mean, technically, there's no harm, but it looks weird.
Yes.
Couldn't they just do two seams around it, Mitch, and then kind of recess it back into the wall?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a conversation that the homeowner and the installer need to have. Yes.
But that one right there, that alone, you're saying the whole countertop is compromised. What do you think about the seam they made that she pointed out?
That seam looks good.
It does to me too.
If it's even, then it's fine. But I can't tell from the picture. Also, there's some red colors around one of the sink cutters.
Yeah, why is there a red hue in there?
The guys might have used the new polishing pad, not enough water on that, and some of the color from the pad, they need to scrub that really well.
Oh, a color from the pad. Okay, that could go away. So
again, that's
how about the shower?
Back to detail.
Now, what shower? I didn't see it.
Yeah, the shower bench.
Oh, the bench. Yes.
I have a question on that, or actually comment. The slab, the bench should be installed prior to the tiles being installed. And from this picture, I think I see that the bench goes against the tile backsplash, and that's not what we want to see. We want to put these, shower benches in, or niches, or wall caps, and the tiles we want them to cover.
But if she hired them after it was done, that would now, Kimberly, when did you hire them to do this bench? Was it before the shower was built?
The shower was built, and when they did the tile, they left.
These same people did the tile?
No, it was the quartz people were just the quartz people, but the general contractor.
So the tile was done, and then you asked the quartz people to put a bench in.
Yeah. So the
correct. But he tiled, he left room for the bench to slide in.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Okay.
It's not the normal steps. So the tile man should have allowed or mentioned beforehand that the slab needs to go in first. And then I also have a comment about the level. You said that it's not level and it's way off. That may be the case, but you want a slope on a bench. You want a quarter of an inch per foot as a slope. You want the water to flow down into the shower. You don't want that bench leveled.
Okay, you want it to be sloped, but she's probably talking crooked the other way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It doesn't measure. The overlap from one end to the other end is off by
1 5/8. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah. It's off by
almost an inch.
But listen, here's the deal. What are you going to do? This sucks because Mitch. Really, that hole. And by the way, Mitch Floria, Art of Granite, is our expert. He didn't do this job. But Mitch, if that homeowner just because of that hole alone and some of the other things, they can't fix that whole thing. They can't fix it.
Yes. I think they need to go back and detail the whole job.
But if they detail it, what do they do about that hole? Because I don't think she's going to be satisfied with that.
Yeah, so
that's our issue. Is we want them to use a whole entire new slab at their cost to redo the countertop, because the overhang from the sink, the overhang over.
I don't think they're going to do it, Kimberly. Is what I'm saying. I don't. So I think you're going to have to sue them, or we're going to have to call them. What's the name of the company?
Bill's Granite.
Okay. By the way, Mitch, I appreciate your opinion. Thank you very much, Mitch.
Thank you very much.
The other, and Mitch Floria, Art of Granite. Listen, I say they give prices on the phone. They do if you call them. They will give you prices on the phone. And, you give them measurements and some photos, and they give you directions. If you call them, they'll tell you what to do. You'll get your price. If you like it, then you pick out the custom edges or the sinks and the cabinets. They do cabinets for a direct markup, a small markup direct from the manufacturers. And always wholesale on the counter material, and they are direct importers. 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. I wanted to get that out of the way because I appreciate them coming on. Now, Kimberly, I don't know. Excuse me. Bill's Granite. Where'd you find him?
From my general contractor.
Okay. What does he say about it?
Well, he's in a quandary, too, because...
What does he think should be done?
He has he says that he that we should allow them to come and fix it. And our issue is that we will allow them to do that, but they are going to have to purchase a whole new slab at their cost, and they will not do that.
That's not what Mitch just said, though.
No, Mitch said it has to be detailed, but he did admit there's no way of fixing that one hole where the backsplash.
Because of the hole and the overhang and the
there's no way to fix that. You can't detail that.
Are all totally off.
I wonder if they had the template signed like they're supposed to.
But if she
wouldn't know. They did, but
no, generally, like Mitch will have, I've had Mitch out 3 times. They do the template, then you basically look at it and make sure it's the layout and the cuts you want.
But Mark, if she signed the template, it wouldn't still...
No, I'm talking about if she wanted 2 different cuts, like round on one and square on the back.
No, that I'm not talking about. But where they made the hole for wires... And where that
she would know that.
That can't be fixed. I mean, I think they have to redo it. I don't know how they can fix it otherwise. I don't know. I mean,
because if you fix the overlay, then that screws up.
Did you sign a contract directly with these guys?
I did not sign a contract directly with Bill's Granite. I have asked.
Is it on your general contractor bill?
I never received a formal invoice from him. He sent me a text message telling him...
I'm trying to find out whose problem it is. When will you be billed? From where? Who's going to bill you?
My general contractor sent me a text message telling me how much to pay him. He never sent me a formal invoice.
Okay.
Which I've asked for several times.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're not going to pay it anyway. What difference does it make?
No, I've already paid it.
What do you mean you've already paid it?
They had been paid in full.
How did you pay without an invoice?
He asked me for a check, and I wrote him a check.
How much?
$42.49.
All right, you're going to have to sue him for it, saying you got no value, because basically the whole job has to be done. But we're going to take a stab at it first. $42.49.
The general contractor or Bill's Granite?
Both.
Okay.
And if they say, here's the thing, they're going to say you got to give them an opportunity to fix it. And it simply can't be fixed. You can't, the overhang they could grind to make perfect, but then they have to polish it in sight. Then they have to do that corner. I don't know, did you want round corners or square corners?
I just want the corners to match.
Okay, well, that's a problem that you don't know that, but you ought to decide. But that hole is going to make that unusable. I know the job, by the way, you're always going to have, just so you know, Kimberly, that seam is fine. Unless your fingernail, unless it's uneven, it's fine the way it looks visible. You're never going to have it invisible with that material. And the backsplash, and when you have an uneven wall, you're going to have problems, okay? And I have to take this quick break. I know people, Chris, do you have a quick comment? Go ahead if it's quick.
Yeah, just if that lady's going to sue, she has to by law let the people come back and try and fix it.
Well, there is no law that says you have to come back and fix it.
No, that's the bullshit.
Okay.
God, why are people idiots?
I know. But, Chris, there is no law that says you must have someone come back and fix it, okay? There is no law that says that. And he says BS, and we had to cut him out. There is no law. Now, should she try to let him come back and fix it? I think in most cases you should. But in this case, really, how do you fix it? The hole is in the wrong place. I guess you could, but there is no law that says before you sue, you must have contractor come back and fix it.
I can sue you for nothing right now.
If you're listening, Chris, I'll bet you $1,000. How's that? $1,000. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, and I'm talking about a statute. 303-713-8255, okay? So you want to talk about it, we'll talk about that, because that would be good. John Fuller, Fuller Law, personal injury. If you're injured, you don't know whose fault it is, you don't know what's going on, you're losing money, you're losing time, you're losing pain, you're losing pleasure, you're going through a lot of pain. Now listen, a lot of times you may not have a case. In other times you may have a major case and not even know it. What you need is to have it evaluated by someone that I know and trust, and that is John Fuller. He doesn't give himself a fancy nickname or any of that stuff like a lot of these TV attorneys, but he will give you personalized attention. 303-597-4500. Initial consultations are complimentary, and if you retain him, you only pay if he collects for you. 303-597-4500, John Fuller.
You have that smiling that you're talking about. Why? trying to figure out,
statute or
is it where
statute?
an outlet's supposed to be put in?
What's a statute? Like Statue of Liberty.
I don't think so.
It's a statute. Oh, Statue of Liberty.
Kramer goes, I don't think so. Statute.
I missed that hole that there was. Oh,
What's your
what the
name?
hell is that?
I know. Well, wires, it's in the back, but they should have pulled it out more.
Well, is an outlet supposed to go over it or what?
And then he stopped
This
a couple hours
is
later.
the bottom. Wires come out of
And
it. They
you
usually
get
put a
2
flat
kids in
feature
there,
like this.
And he gives her a ticket for tinted windows.
It's very common.
That could still be
No, it can't. How can it be fixed?
a custom made. You'd have a custom made.
Oh, come on,
bidding
man.
on there. They had a flat side on it.
Look at that. I mean, okay, I guess you could.
He can't
the
charge
flag.
Yeah.
I guess you could.
But he's going to drop the seatbelt ticket.
Or they could put a small one and epoxy the whole in. I don't know.
Okay, let's look at the whole thing. Have you
You're right.
watched it?
I've watched it and stuff. He is definitely has her up.
Okay, I can't wait to see if me and you agree.
I hear that thing about having to make it right all the time. The judge likes to see in a lawsuit.
When you get an officer like this, you just fire them.
Do you want me to
You
take
think it's that
Tom?
egregious?
I
Try to help
think
them
it's
out.
For
stopping her.
officers. Is it outrageous?
It's outrageous.
How are you going to help them? Yeah, if you want to.
Well, if nothing else,
If you want to try.
to do a
It's
demand,
gotta
a
be
proper
held to a
demand
higher
letter.
standard than that.
I've had
Okay.
3 cases solved by sending a
So she
proper
comes around.
demand letter like an attorney would send. You know, with the 10-day thing where they'll sue. They seem to be pretty
He stops
effective.
her for a seatbelt.
You can't stop for that.
No, what I'm saying is.
I wish I could hear.
What do you mean you can't stop for it?
It's a secondary
No.
thing.
Oh my, is there audio too?
Oh, no, it's an inside cam.
They can. Wait a minute. Maybe can you stop them? The seatbelt.
I don't care if they stop. All
I
I'm
think
saying
the
is
seatbelt-
I don't know, man.
He's searching her.
Clint, do you want to call?
Yeah, but you don't know what
people
happened.
if you want
Maybe
to
he
do it
smelled
after the show
marijuana or
now?
something.
I'll do it after.
Seriously, I don't. Oh my God, I thought I was going to see like his hands go.
That's what he
down.
did when he reached around her.
How do you know?
She said there.
She's got pockets. My God, look at this. Here, come over here. Be real.
Is this another sexual assault by an officer?
See, you guys are like, I don't know why.
So
you're
he
so
stops her for a
anti-cop.
seatbelt, and look where she.
Hold on, I got to go back.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you worked as one, you do not.
Well, hold on. Just, I mean, watch. It's only a minute or two. I mean, God, I just don't see what he did wrong.
What are we talking about?
Search.
Tennessee cop.
Oh, he felt her up. You mean?
But he does. Okay, here. It hasn't happened yet. You tell me.
Is he checking her pockets? Is that?
He's going to pull her out of the car in a second.
For a seatbelt.
So okay, but he has a nose cam. He has to know he's on video. Is he an idiot?
Why is it not playing?
He's a terrible
Yeah, watch.
Now, what does he do? He's frisky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she got
Well,
short.
then he might have to frisk her for weapons.
Watch. I know.
For a seatbelt.
You can't. He's just checking a waistband.
That's all.
But he's putting his fingers down her waistband.
No, he's not.
That's what she said.
He might be putting them around the inside of the waistband to see if she has syringes or anything. Say, yeah, because he's checking the waistband.
And then
Yeah, that's the alleged violation.
And then he stops her
But you can't see.
2 hours later.
I think now he's looking at her. Follow the eyes. I think he's suspecting her of either dope or
Now, let me ask you this.
DUI.
Let me ask you this. What did he stop her for the second time?
Tinted windows.
Why did he stop? Why didn't he get her this time for that?
Did he know it was
Exactly.
the same thing or the
What did
same
he get her
woman?
the first
Maybe
time?
she had the windows rolled down when he stopped her out.
He's for seatbelts.
For he gave her a seatbelt violation.
But what did he stop her for?
Yeah. See, look, I didn't take any narcotics.
There's something going on. That's
Yeah,
weird.
well, you can't see where his hands are, so.
Well, she admits here she takes Ambien.
When I asked her, she said the only thing I could take is I take Ambien sometimes.
Well, that's not smart taking Ambien while you're driving.
Take Ambien or
She
Ritalin.
snorts Ambien?
You know what the Ambien Ritalin combination does, don't you? Causes psychosis. That's what my crazy sister does.
I take it.
Ambien and Ritalin?
No, I take Ambien like a third of a.
Oh, yeah,
pill
but
a
the
night.
combination.
Do you to sleep? Does it help?
Ambien and Ritalin in some people can cause psychosis. It's kind of scary.
No, does it help?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the big deal if she got stopped the second time, though?
Fix It 24/7 will come to your home for $39 and tell you what's wrong. Now, this is different than their furnace clean and check. Right now, we're talking about getting a professional to your home for just $39. That means if you have a problem, whether it be plumbing or heating, and you don't, or air conditioning, of course, when the time comes, if you don't know what's wrong, you don't have to worry about spending any more than $39 to get a licensed professional, bonded and insured to your home to inspect and diagnose and give you a written report. If you decide to have the work done, they will credit the $39. And I defy you to find anyone who will do the same work with the same products and the same value for any better price. They are just a great company. Fix it 24/7. I know them personally. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. All right, so we are going to help Kimberly with the granite, but we're going to move on right now because I think she does have a problem, and I think it should be redone. Janet, what is going on, Janet? How can we help you? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Janet, there you are. What's going on? Janet?
Yes.
How can I help you? What's going on?
The railroad board put my mom's check into my dad's new account when he called.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Janet, you're talking about a check, a pension?
Yes.
Okay, is your dad deceased?
No, he's still alive, but he called, we switched banks, and he called the railroad board retirement. He can't hear very well over the phone.
And you called, let's finish the story. You called the railroad to have the pension check sent to a new account.
Yes, but it wasn't only my dad's, not my mom's. My mom's goes to her account.
Now, is this a pension she gets as part of your dad's, or is it a check she gets on her own?
No, it's hers. It's part of his.
Okay. Are they divorced, by the way?
No.
Okay.
She's at a nursing home.
Okay, so your dad called to have his railroad pension check sent to a certain bank, and what happened?
They sent hers too, and now I pay her bill at the nursing home, and now they've really screwed it up. They won't change it back. And
I see what you're saying.
The Homeland Security on me and told me I was threatening them.
They called Homeland Security?
This is because I just got a call from them.
From Homeland Security? I doubt it.
So, Tom,
Hold on.
think they both have pension checks. And
yeah, they do.
It was just supposed to be Dad's bank account that got changed, but they changed Mom's too. They
that
told
sounds
her,
like a very simple problem to fix.
But they told her, I guess yesterday, we can't switch it back. What's done is done for your mom's. And now, when she was holding her,
where did they switch the mom's check to?
To Dad's checking.
My dad's same account, but she's on a totally different account. She's had it for over.
Janet, I understand. I understand. Okay, so it's a big. Okay, so it's going to the dad's account. I want to ask a couple questions. Are the dad and mom speaking?
Yes, they're yes.
Okay, and you'll be able.
Arranged that way because she is on Medicaid.
I understand. And you'll be able to get right. I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about the screw up now. You will be able to get the money from Dad. He'll send it over to Mom, right?
Yes, but now due to Medicaid, they're probably going to take his account too.
What do you mean due to Medicaid they're going to take his account? What does that mean?
Because he's always had his own account and she's had her account.
Right.
Now they're commingling all this money together, and it's like, it's a nightmare.
Janet, you're making way too much out of this. How many checks have been sent to the dad's account?
None yet, and I've tried to stop it. And
hold on.
They can't.
So wait a minute. Not one check has been sent to Dad's account yet.
No, I've just been dealing with them. They said that they're going to start April 1st.
Okay. There is a way that if they won't help, there is a way to stop that, and that's to close your dad's account. If you close your dad's account totally close it, there's no place for them to send it. They're going to have to call and ask, or they're going to have to figure out where to send it. And then you would give them two separate addresses. So that's the easiest way. If they do not deal with us or with you, when you call, do they really say it's too late, you can never change it again?
They told me that I had to fill out this whole...
Well, okay, Janet. Well, I think you're just a little frustrated more than anything. But they said you have to fill out what?
This whole packet of papers,
okay,
and have a doctor's. I already have doctor's signature saying she's incompetent.
Well, hold on. Saying she's incompetent. Why? Are you the guardian?
I'm taking care of her accounts. Yes.
Okay, so why?
I bet.
What is wrong with filling out the paperwork? What's wrong with it?
Because I don't understand it, and I'm going to have to, it's just a huge packet, and I have to fax it over to him, and this all has to be done. But that's a good idea to close her account.
Well, but you're still going to have to fill out something to tell them where to send it. Now, are they expecting her to fill it out, and the reason you have to get a doctor's notice because you're filling it out?
I don't have any idea.
Well, you know what, Janet? Here's what. You're making this way more difficult than it needs to be, and you don't want to hear that, but you are. You're very emotional. It's pissing you off because everything was set and everything was easy, and now there's a little bump in the road. But we can help you with it. I just think you're just getting way too overwhelmed. Here's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to have Deputy Clint call and find out the exact procedure you must go through, just as a friend. He's going to say, what does she have to do? He's not going to ask for any personal account information, but if it's because your mom is not filling it out, is your mom truly too incompetent to fill out a form if you tell her where to put stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so she's totally out of it.
She can't even dial the phone.
Okay, I got you. Then hang on. Then what we'll do is we will call and find out what this procedure is or what this packet is. But what I find odd, when your dad switched it over from one bank to another, he did it with a phone call?
Yes.
But now to switch it back, he has to fill out a packet.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me.
Makes zero sense.
That's what I said.
I think the reason it's a packet is because when he switched it, now you're asking to separate the accounts, and even though they were separated
before,
even though they were separated before, somehow they got put back together again. And when they got put back together, in order to separate them, because you're taking money out of his account, even though it's her portion, and what I don't understand is why is the husband and wife proceeds split to begin with? I don't understand that. It's none of my business. I'm asking, though, in normal railroad, Janet, in normal railroad pensions, is there only one check issued in normal situations?
No, there's always been two.
Okay, not with yours. I'm talking about with everyone with a railroad pension. They always make out a check to the husband and a check to the wife.
That I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering why it got split to begin with, because I've never heard of pensions being split. Well, go ahead.
Did they both work there?
No.
Oh.
No, right?
Yes, no, she never worked there.
Right, she never worked there. Okay, Janet, we'll have somebody call and get the procedure. I just think that what happened was you got weirded out and upset, and we're going to help you. But you will have to do some kind of procedure. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
You're a saint, Mr. Martino.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I want to tell you about the Raleigh House. Treatment addiction. And you need treatment, if you need treatment for addiction, you need information first. So if you have an addict in your life, I'm going to give you some very valuable information. It's really valuable because you don't just sign up for treatment. You don't try to force an addict to take treatment. What's really important is to first get information on the entire addiction problem. And you can do that by simply calling the Raleigh House. They have established this number for one reason alone. It is not a sales job. It's not high pressure. It's confidential. It's free. It's open for you to call and ask any question you want about addiction. How much does it cost? Does insurance cover any of it? Are there other treatment? What can I do to get an addict into treatment? How do I even know there's a problem? How do I know the extent of a problem? What are some of the things I look for? What are the worst addictions? Do you treat alcohol, and what about painkillers? What about other prescription drugs? They can answer any question you have. What about sleeping pills? Truly, they will answer any concerns you have. They'll talk to you. They'll talk to your family. They'll help you arrange an intervention. Whatever needs to be done, they will help you without trying to pressure you into any decisions. They will even recommend other treatment facilities if they are a better fit. You need to call the Raleigh House today because you have a caring, loving staff ready to answer your questions. 720-893-5559. There are no questions off base. Of course, the Raleigh House has a great addiction recovery program on their own, but they're here now to answer your questions because addiction will never get better on its own. 720-893-5559.
In addition to the retirement annuity payable to employees, the Railroad Retirement Act, like the Social Security Act, provides annuities for the spouses of retired employees. Payment of a spouse annuity is made directly to the wife or husband.
But when you said dialed in, that means a phone to me.
So that's for
No,
railroad.
Okay, it's basically I don't know either, but dialed in to me means phone. So yeah, or whatever. Just say whatever on broadband or whatever. Just that's okay. There was no way. So you wanted me to go to it. But I didn't see it.
It does. The Tier 1 portion of the spouse's annuity is reduced.
So will he be ready when we come back? Or we do it next time?
I wonder if they both went to him if it would reduce his Social Security.
Well, but it's saying it
It's
should.
like Social Security.
What's that?
It's like Social Security.
Yeah, I know, but
So
This really sucks. The Raleigh House came right up. I mean, it's like I did.
Well, how would you have known I was going to play?
Is Al calling in today? Yes.
It looks like that, what you just said, though, doesn't matter, because it says the Tier 1 portion of a spouse's annuity is reduced for any Social Security entitlements, regardless of whether the Social Security benefit is based on the spouse's own earnings, the employee's earnings, or the earnings of another person.
okay. So if it all
The reduction follows principles of Social Security law. Basically, all this is railroad Social Security. There's no difference. So if they're somehow getting, what did they do? They split it so she can get benefits she's not supposed to get?
So no, he was, the way I understand it, he was getting his Social Security or his railroad.
Go ahead, yeah.
And she's over the point that she gets a small portion of that,
Her
right?
benefits, spouse's benefits.
And that's what it is. So then he had called her up and
Listen
I
to
don't
this
know
one.
Why?
El Paso,
I don't
problem
know.
with El Paso County Coroner. Dad, 86-year-old dad, falls down the stairs, hits his head and dies, but the coroner puts that he died of natural causes. Well, he only had accidental life insurance coverage.
My God.
And the coroner won't change it back.
So she pushed him down the stairs for nothing. Jesus. All that work for nothing.
And not change it back. He won't change it to it was accidental.
How would that still not be accidental death, though?
Right.
What? If you fall down the stairs and die, that
That's
is
what I'm saying.
accidental.
How could the insurance company say it's not?
Right.
because the coroner
Because
put
the
natural
coroner
causes.
put natural causes for his death.
This is natural access crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
And
did
he
they
only
deny
had-
the claim, or he's thinking they're going to deny
Let
it?
me ask.
Well, he's dead.
They might have not even, or they might not even be denying the
I
claim.
got another question. Is there anybody over the coroner, like a state? I mean, the coroners are county. By the way, did you know you don't have to be a doctor to be a coroner?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, no.
No, you can run for coroner.
In the old days, they would know if it was doctors.
Definition.
Yeah, when I was running for office, they were saying, why don't you just run for coroner? And I said, I know.
What is he saying? It's
But then you got to, you just said you didn't like dead people.
It's a, yeah, I know.
what kind of insurance did they have?
It's really
Accident.
So usually the accidental part is higher.
He's just anticipating that the insurance company's
well,
going to deny
yeah,
it.
well,
And Tom says they will.
No, but usually
they'll contest it.
Yeah, but some accidental can be a higher, they get more money.
Yeah, but if they write
He
down
only had
that he fell down the
accidental
stairs and died, I mean, he's gonna
Why did he
get
put
paid.
natural causes?
Oh, maybe he had a
Because
stroke.
he hit his head and he died of a natural cause.
Maybe he had a stroke, is why he fell down the stairs.
Because it was an all-natural stone his head hit.
Instead of this quartz brick. By the
Instead of
way,
the-
what did you think of that stuff she bought? I thought that was
The what?
that stuff.
That's what quartz is, though.
I know, but I thought it was butt ugly.
Oh, wow.
God, there's so much.
It's
beautiful
actually better than granite, it doesn't soak up like
Yeah, I know. But we have a bunch of natural stone in our showers and stuff, and God, you touch it, your body oil stains it.
Oh, really?
Unless you seal it off, it's.
You got an oily body.
Yeah, I know. I'm a dirt bag. My wife said if I'm in the tub and I lay my back of my head against the, and get either shampoo or hair oil, or oily.
Too much information,
Yeah.
Clint.
Anyway, it makes it. That's hard to clean.
Yeah, he should be covered. Everything I'm reading about it. Accidental death, as defined in accidental death insurance policy, is a death strictly due to an accident. It typically excludes such thing as war and death caused by illegal activities or hazardous hobbies. So if his hobby was jumping down the stairs,
What if he
Could be
did?
an accident.
What if he did die of a stroke though and fell down the stairs?
Very well could.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Simply Floors, Inc., Buddy Mitchell is the place to go. Somebody just wrote in because they heard us talking about him the other day, last hour, I think it was. And if you're looking for someone to do your floors, Simply Floors, Inc. is the place, Simply Floors, Inc. That's the website. He's at 52nd and Ward, and you will save above the mills, the outlets, the big box stores for sure. Simply Floors, Inc. Buddy Mitchell just simply decided to do more service, less profit. It's that easy. Simply Floors, Inc. Now, Anthony's got a comment on that railroad pension. Janet was very upset because her mom's check is being sent to her dad's account. She wants to separate them. And, so she was very confused and very upset. What is your comment, Anthony? Are you there, Anthony? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wrong line. I'm sorry. There you go, Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. When you retire from the railroad, the person who worked for the railroad gets 100% of his pension, and then the spouse will receive a 50% pension on top of that. So that's why there's probably two different pension checks going to two different people.
It's basically Social Security.
Yeah, because you don't pay Social Security when you're on the railroad, so they kind of do that.
It's like the teachers' unions have. What is it called here? Para.
Yeah, and then when he dies, then she'll get the full 100% pension until she passes.
I was reading, though, this might not have anything to do with her, but they actually, the Tier 1 portion, it says that the spouse's annuity is reduced for any Social Security entitlements. So I wonder if she was calling about any of that because the account had too much money in it.
Well, I was just thinking that if they went and joined them both into his account, then that would affect his Medicaid, wouldn't it? Because then it's showing...
It could, I guess. I guess it could.
But it's supposed to, I guess, is where I was going.
Oh.
All right.
Talking two things.
303-713-TALK. Listen, I want to address this email. I don't know when you're going to have Ideal on again, and it just so happens they're coming up. They want to know the difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified. This guy got pre-qualified, and then a week before closing, they said, you're not qualified.
We had that call a couple weeks ago.
Right. So I want to bring up Brent. He's on our broadband line. Brent, what is the difference? Hey, man, what's the difference? I always tell people when they get pre-approved by Ideal, it's like a cash deal, basically, and it's different than pre-qualified. Do you do both, pre-qualified or pre-approved? Or do you just do...
No, we do. So pre-qualified is a cursory overview of your application, a quick check of some documents, and you can go out and start shopping.
But it's based on what they tell you.
That's exactly right. It's oftentimes based on what they tell us.
Right.
Nothing's been verified. Now, a pre-approval, we put together an entire package. We submit it to our underwriting team, and they give us a commitment to lend, an actual bona fide approval that really only has a couple of stipulations. One, we need an appraisal We need title work. We need a satisfactory inspection for the consumer's benefit or the buyer's benefit, and then we can close. And so oftentimes what we find is that sellers know this. Agents know the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval, and so they will wait that much differently because they realize this is a definitive. This is something we know we can deliver on and close, and certainly because we're local, they know that we're going to absolutely deliver on that and meet any deadline or date.
Okay, so they're absolutely approved, and they've already been approved. They went through it, and then, of course, the house has to appraise.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's obviously. And then when they're approved for a range, right? You can go up to
they're approved for a range, and then, you know, we may, because obviously sometimes the shopping process takes you, you know, a couple of weeks, maybe a month.
Okay.
You know, we may need an updated pay stub, but as long as your income doesn't change, you're fine.
All right, so it is like a cash deal, and you're approved up to a range. Thank you very much, Brent. That's 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Ernie, what's going on, Ernie?
Oh, Tom, have you got any information on good people for solar?
Oh, God, we get this question all the time. We have had such bad luck with solar on our referral list. Now, if we were someone like Home Advisor, we would just send out, you know, leads to everybody, but we don't do that. And we had a guy that did a good job at one time, then he went south. We've had people in the past. I'll give you an update on the solar, because we are trying to find a good solar contractor. They're very, very difficult to find. And don't ever depend, I'm just going to tell you this straight up. Don't ever depend on a solar contractor being around. I don't care who they are. It's just not going to happen. They're only going to be around as long as the government subsidies and stuff are there, that they cannot possibly afford to be in business without it. So if you find something, you got to find them based on what they're doing for you at that time, not the future. Okay? You can't depend on the future when it comes to solar. Unless you're talking about Solar City. That's about the only one with Elon Musk that will probably be around. We'll talk about that more if you have any specific questions. If you don't, it's just suffice it to say we don't have anyone specifically right now, and we're working on it. But don't even pretend they're going to be around. Just buy equipment that's good, that can be serviced by, you know, where it's common and people know about it, rather than some offshoot brand that's cheaper. All right? So, Frank Duran, the real estate man. We talked to Ideal just a little while ago about cash deals and pre-approvals. Frank Duran can find you the deals if you're looking for a home. I talk about how he lists homes and how he negotiates. He does the same when you're looking to buy. He will save you money on one end and make you money on the other. It's just that easy. And you'll swear you're his only customer. He gives you so much attention. And he never holds you to a long-term contract. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
There's a few slow spots on the Highway Drive in the metro area right now. Crash being cleared westbound 270 approaching Vasquez. Actually, it is cleared, but still residual backups to I-70. Watch out for construction clogging up the drive once again on westbound I-70 from Harlan all the way to Wadsworth. Looks like the left lane is blocked. Once you get past that, you should be in good shape. The rest of the drive across town in decent shape. Up in the high country, Highway 6 closed once again for rock scaling in Clear Creek Canyon. The weather forecast going to be mostly sunny and beautiful today with a high of 54. Tonight, clear in the overnight hours with a low of 27. Right now, just a few clouds hanging out, and it's 43. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
Get an extra 5% off purchases every day at Lowe's on items big or small when you use your Lowe's Advantage card. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Subject to credit approval and can't be combined with any other credit offers. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, hard illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or trauma related to substance abuse, please know you're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address your concerns. 720-893-5559. That's 720-893-5559. The Raleigh House is a premier addiction recovery program located here in Colorado. You'll speak to someone local about different treatment options, all evidence-based treatments designed to help reduce substance abuse. No more excuses, no more denials. Get the help you need. Some health insurance covers the cost. Call today for a free, no-obligation consultation. The Raleigh House, 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. Call today.
What's more important, making money or saving money? Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and it's obviously a trick question because saving money is just a form of making money, really. And if you use vehicles in your business, that's how Alliance Leasing will help you make money by saving. Alliance Leasing saved one of my listeners $5,100 on a single vehicle and another listener $20,000 on 4 vehicles. That is real money. And it's just the beginning of how Alliance Leasing can help your business. So learn more today at alliance.lease. That's alliance.lease. Alliance Leasing is your key to the perfect fleet.
Excel Roofing is a company I can highly recommend. You may have some old damage, call them. But if anything happens these next few months, remember Excel Roofing. They may not come knocking at your door, but they will be the ones you want. First of all, they're never going to ask you to sign anything to look at your roof. You should never have to sign anything to look at your roof. That's a bunch of crap, these roofers that knock on the door. They're tricking you into a contract. Excel will never trick you into a contract. They will give you a complete contract when they're done examining and tell you everything you need, and if you like it, you sign it. They'll even help negotiate with your insurance adjuster because they know how to deal with insurance companies. But whether it's insurance pay or self-pay, call Excel. You will never have to put any money up front ever, and you will never have any penalty clauses in that contract because they know you want to stick with them and they don't want to force you. 303-761-6400, the only way to run a roofing company. ExcelRoofing.com. And look for Excel on my referral list at referralist.com.
Looking for ways to save with your Medicare plan? Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many of the nation's plans, which could mean lower copays for you. So bring your prescriptions to a Walgreens pharmacy today to start saving. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Walgreens participates as a preferred network pharmacy with Cigna HealthSpring and Humana. Walgreens participates with other plans. See walgreens.com/Medicare for details.
To promote my new flower shop, I had one place print my business cards, another print my brochures, and a third my signs. Now my roses aren't red, my violets aren't blue, my geraniums look dead, and I don't know what to do.
Staples can help your business stand out with signs, banners, and brochures that are a true reflection of your company. And now at Staples, get $5 off your next print and marketing services purchase when you spend $50 or more.
Now my business is blossoming, and I'm spending less green.
Exclusions apply. In-store only. Ends 3/24/18.
Sean Hannity.
We'll do the media's job. We'll point out their bias, and we'll give you information you're not going to get anywhere else, because that's what we do on this program.
Sean Hannity. Coming up today at 1 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Genesis Total Exteriors also does interiors, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Genesis, but they have that solar window that will pay you tax credits. Even if you don't have a solar system, remember that. They will get you solar windows that are passive. They are wired into the grid, and every month get you credits toward your electric bill. Even if you don't have a system, you also get tax credits. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509. And those windows are no more expensive than normal good windows. Jim, what's going on in your life, Jim? I hope we can help you, sir.
Tom, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, sir. What's going on?
Okay. I love your show. Been listening to you for a long time.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate what you do for us knuckleheads out here.
What do you think? What is going on with you now? I hear that the computer tells me you have a problem with a coroner.
Yeah.
What could you possibly have a problem with?
in January of this year, my father, 86-year-old father, fell down the stairs, hit his head, and died.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, that he died that way. What a terrible thing. Was he otherwise healthy?
No, he wasn't. He was going downhill fast.
Okay.
It was kind of a mercy, but the coroner is claiming, put on his death certificate, natural causes.
Oh, my goodness. Do you know why he did that?
Just because he's,
there's a reason.
Yes.
Hold on. Did he know about the stairs?
Well, he should have. If he's got a police report and all that, he should have.
Well, of course he did. But I think that the reason the coroner puts down natural causes is because if he puts down accidental death, it's going to trigger an investigation, and no one there wanted it. They all said, I can almost guarantee. Now, this is just a hunch.
What's the difference?
Well, here's the thing. What they're saying is, the guy's 86. What harm will it do? Put down natural causes. Because if he puts down that the guy fell down the stairs, they're going to investigate.
I'm saying, what does this guy care?
Oh, I see. Jim, why do you care? That's a good question. Thank you, Mark. Why do you care, Jim?
Well, because my father had only accidental death insurance.
Oh.
Couldn't afford term anymore after it lapsed last time. So.
Oh, they're really going to investigate now because he only had. Was he alone at the time?
No, my mother was there.
But was there a police report at least?
Yes.
And it says he fell down the stairs?
Well, I don't know what the police report says.
That you need to see because maybe the coroner didn't know.
It's probably semantics. So I mean, if something says he fell down the stairs and died, a police report, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. Well, I've gone face to face. Me and my mother sat down face to face with the coroner. He says he's not changing it.
Okay, yeah, but maybe that's because maybe he can't change it because the police didn't verify it. You know, he can't put down something that he doesn't think is accurate. It could be that the police report doesn't reflect it. We need to see what don't you think it's logical? We have to see what the police report says.
And I don't know, when it comes to the coroner, I don't think it necessarily, in order to get the death benefit, has to say, X.
I think it does.
I think it's the situation.
We need the autopsy by the medical examiner.
They don't always do autopsies.
There's the problem. They didn't do an autopsy.
Yeah, they don't always do autopsies. That's only with suspicious deaths.
How much is a policy?
Hold on. How much is the policy, Jim?
It's about $72,000.
Okay, so hold on. I do want to explore this and more coming up. 303-713-TALK.
72,000, I'd have him dug back up.
He was cremated.
I'd dig him back up myself.
Was he? No, I just still throw it out. I'd put him back together. I put him back.
Well,
so that was his son.
That makes sense.
The medical examiner does the autopsy.
Yeah, I would
the
come
medical
after,
examiner is supposed to determine type of death,
I've got
and the
some things
coroner is
I
supposed to
got
list it by either the police department or whatever.
I don't know exactly what the time is.
Well, I looked into running for coroner when I was running for office. I couldn't believe it.
There was a son that talked to me from Jim Weiss' son. He said he's going to have the cops there too. Not Jim Weiss' son.
I know you're talking about why.
Because Jim Weiss has a couple shotguns in his office.
You got it.
But are you going to do that today?
Oh, cool. I've got the big board. I already have a thing there. So anyway, if I have anything, I'll
Guys, make sure you load up the big board. We really want to keep that going now.
Oh, yeah.
Mark.
And it doesn't have to be. The instructions are there, so you see.
I emailed you the.
Yeah, you better have.
Reply because I did.
What?
The reply that I got from Wayne, or is it Wayne? The gun.
Our family could have demanded us.
You just said you wanted to see what his reply.
Oh, see, what was it?
It was exactly what you said.
They still can.
I did, and then she sent back, and I, explained to her, and she goes, well, what days can you do the 40 minutes? And I said,
They'll have to get a
so I had to explain it
writ
to
by
her
a judge
again,
to dig him up.
that it has nothing to do with the amount of time, it has to do with you are not allowed to fly the aircraft. I didn't give her details.
I'm surprised they wrote.
Hey, here's what it says. Listen to this. I'm sorry, Daph. This is interesting as shit, man. This is a coroner rules in whose medical examiner is this? Is somewhere in Smotosh County, Washington. Okay, and it says natural death. Natural is defined as death caused solely by disease or natural process. If natural death is hastened by injury, such as a fall or drowning in a bathtub, the manner of death is not considered natural. So, in other words, if you fell and had a heart attack, it would not be a natural death, right?
That's right.
So this guy is fucked. It sounds like this guy is screwed.
Why is he screwed?
Because they put down...
He wants it to be an accident.
Yeah, I know, and the guy put down natural death.
Right. And he should have put down accident.
He should have put down accident, and he's not changing it.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah,
I think without the police report, we know nothing. If the police say the guy died.
Oh, because here's what we might be missing. Yeah. He's just at the bottom of the stairs or something. When the cops show up, ambulance comes.
They may not have done it because they did. The cop could have even not wanted an investigation marked. It triggers an investigation, especially with just accident death.
Yeah. Has to.
This guy, well, as far as the insurance goes,
86-year-old guy, they just don't want no trouble.
Yeah, I agree with you there too. They didn't.
But an autopsy, did you feel that autopsies are done with everything?
Insurance is slab.
No, but if there was a question,
but a lot of the new ones and stuff, they put walls up like they're on the basement.
Well, yeah, there's a question for sure, but there was no question. That's the problem. Nobody questioned anything.
I know they should have raised that question right down. The family.
By the way, I love flying airplanes. I love it.
The view looks like it must be incredible out of that.
It is such a fun little airplane, but what a challenge to land because of it. You don't get ground effect like you do with a low wing. And I'm so used to that air coupe just gliding along the ground.
Oh, yeah.
With this thing, with the high wing, you don't get a ground effect that cushions you.
No.
You don't. You really can't get a good, low wings spoil with land.
I learned in a Tomahawk and
I learned in a Tomahawk was one of my trainers.
A Tomahawk and a Warrior.
Yes, me too.
And then one day...
All low wings I had.
Yeah. Then one day my instructor said, we're taking a Cessna out to go look for a gorilla.
And it screwed you up.
The gorilla from Medved Chevrolet blew away. It's a $50,000 balloon. And there was a $10,000 reward. And they knew where it crossed I-25 and where it crossed 225.
Were you doing it for the reward?
Yeah, we went off to look. Well,
did you find it?
No. They never found it. A 50-foot gorilla they never found. It's in somebody's barn somewhere.
Ask him.
How long ago?
Oh, God, this was in
Have you been on the site today? The new
maybe
site?
1995.
Why did you wrong?
In the very early morning.
I'm doing...
Because yesterday, were they working on it?
They're constantly...
I was on it.
Because it completely went down last night.
Now, here's what I want to say, Mark. Just for a little while, just so you know, it's going to be defaulted. It will do nothing to content. But the design will be, I'm taking away the custom. Everything I've done will just go back to normal. Don't worry. It'll all, but it's just temporary because I have to re-edit that file.
My radon was 19.4,
oh, gotcha.
You guys.
What's that?
My radon.
19.4. Holy shit. What is over? What is the safe?
8.
No, 4. 4.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Oh, you do need to do something.
Are you sure it wasn't 1.9?
No, because it was 19.4.
Wait a minute. Did they say that was a
No, that I just did his test.
Oh, on yours?
Yeah.
So maybe
yours pretty close to
no,
yours.
because it wouldn't be 19.4.
Wait a minute.
That could be.
Wait a minute. I would have absolutely a safety verified.
Yep,
I wouldn't go based on.
Do we have one
Raise some
downstairs? We might have.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino.
Tino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I have good news for you. This hour brought to you by Fix-It 24/7, and I did wrangle out of him 10 more of those furnace checks and cleans for just $39. And by the way, if you have any questions on those, you can feel free to call me, because there was a lot of misunderstanding I heard on Ken Moon's show over the weekend, and it was a total cluster and not accurate. What I'm telling you is Fix-It 24/7 will send an expert $39 to fix and not to fix, to tune up, check, and clean your furnace for $39. They disassemble it to the extent they can, and they clean everything and make it run like new. Now, if there is a problem, they will tell you about it, and it will be honest. They don't lie to you. It will be, and they have the best prices around for the same parts and value. Didn't you have it done?
I had it, Tom. They were spectacular. They really
seriously,
were. They really
were you amazed at how they took it apart?
Not only that, is he went over everything.
Yeah. And told you everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now,
great.
Some people were saying, well, wait a minute, they told me I needed this or they told me I needed that. Well, I'm telling you that if they told you you needed something, you probably did, because they're honest. And it's $39 for this furnace check and clean, and you're under no obligation to do anything else. It's 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. Okay, let's go. This is a weird problem. Jim's father fell down the stairs and died. His mother was home. They call the police. The coroner reports natural causes. He died from natural causes on the death certificate. His father has a $72,000 accidental death only policy. Accidental death. Did the police write that he fell down the stairs, or and the coroner ignored it, or was it even put there and the coroner just assumed? Now, what if he died and then fell down the stairs? That is very, very possible.
Or if he fell down the stairs, didn't die, then died of a heart attack, a natural cause afterwards.
That's called accidental death. If accidents,
that's true.
If you're the one that told me.
Yeah, I know. I just read it.
If accidents hasten natural causes, it's ruled accidental. And so here's the deal, Jim, something that you may not have considered. What if your dad died and fell down the stairs while he was, as a result of falling down? In other words, as a result of him dying,
he has a heart attack,
or is having some kind of seizure or a stroke,
dies,
and then he falls down the stairs.
Yeah.
What is that possible?
Okay,
yeah.
When my mother got to him, he was still breathing, and he was bleeding profusely out of the sinuses.
Oh. Okay.
Over a liter of blood on the floor.
Oh, that is so sad.
You don't bleed out when you're dead. Your heart's not
Jim,
pumping.
where was he bleeding from?
Well, if he was awake,
He's got a good point.
Was he awake when your mom got to him?
No, he never regained consciousness.
Oh God.
Where was he bleeding from?
His
nose. Oh. So listen, Jim. There's a reason the coroner put it down, and we're going to call and ask, because there is no HIPAA with dead people. So they have no rights. So we will do that. And another thing, I want to know what the police report says. You need to get a hold of one.
Well, the coroner did look at the police report.
I'm not asking. I'm asking, what does the police report say?
Okay.
Jim, you don't even know what it says. You don't know what it says. Let's get it. How about that? We get the and then after you get us the police report, if it says that he fell down the stairs, we're going to call. I'll have one of our deputies call the coroner.
I think
flat out ask why he refuses.
Did he say your dad died from like a heart attack? Did he say anything?
Natural causes.
What he's saying is COPD. He had a heart attack. So
that's what he's saying.
Wait. Jim, this is what I'm asking, and we're only going to find it out anyway. So is he just not agreeing with you, or is he just ignoring the stairs? Did he say, oh, I know he fell down the stairs, but that's after he had his attack? Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
And if that's the case, then it's not accidental. If that's the case. I don't mean he had to be dead before he hits the stairs. If he fell down the stairs because of some natural cause, he blacked out, he stroked out, heart attack. He doesn't have to be dead. But if that caused him to fall down the stairs, his death is not accidental. His death is from natural causes. If he fell down the stairs and then dies from any reason, heart attack, stroke, whatever, it is an accident. It's really crucial on when it happened. And he must have used, what's that?
I understand.
So why do you feel, other than, look at Jim, you want the 72 grand for your mom. I understand it. I do understand it. But how do you know the coroner's wrong?
You know, if he's making his best guess, here again, there was not an autopsy done.
Right. Why not make a guess for? Did your dad ever stumble and fall before?
Not and get serious injuries, no. But yeah, he's 86 years old.
But Jim, I'm serious though. If he had a history of stumbling or falling, but if all of a sudden he just tumbles down the stairs and dies, I think now at least it sheds some light. I don't think the coroner's being an idiot. I think the coroner is simply disagreeing. And you know, between you and me and insurance companies I hate anyway, I mean, what's the big deal? If the guy's dead and he's at the bottom of the stairs, you know, do you think the insurance company would have contested it if the coroner said he fell down the stairs?
Haven't got there yet, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to say...
Oh, no, they're going to contest it for sure now.
Oh, they're not going to pay.
Right.
They're not going to pay
unless that certificate changes.
But I want to know how you see, a medical examiner, not a coroner. A coroner is an elected office. A medical examiner, unfortunately, is not a qualification for a coroner. There is no qualification for coroner, just like there's no qualification for a sheriff. So, here's what we have to do. You may have to have, at your expense, the body exhumed. How long ago was this?
Yeah, he's been cremated.
Oh, that's too late. It's gone.
Yep.
It's over. Because the insurance company will absolutely not pay now because you don't have a way to... A medical exam should have been done, and it should have been like a forensic medical exam where you would have had to pay to see when death happens. I know there are ways to determine if death was caused by the fall or if death was caused or the fall was a result of impending death. So that's what needs to be said. Jim, one of the hang-ups you said, he couldn't bleed out if he was dead. Jim, that is... he doesn't have to be dead before he fell. It just has to be something that caused the fall other than an accident. An accident is he tripped or he stumbled or he...
And that's what happened. My mother was there. She saw it happen.
Okay. She saw him stumble.
He was leaning against... Yes.
He was leaning to do what?
He was leaning, using the wall to kind of steady himself, got into the stairwell, and just missed the wall. And that caused him to fall down the stairs.
All right. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know. And I don't think your mother... Are you guys in debt? Is she in debt?
No.
Is she hurting for money? Because this is all the stuff they look at.
Yeah, she's going to go on Social Security, and that's all she's going to have. Okay, is Social Security.
Jim,
$10,000 a year.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to go well right now. Unless, now maybe this coroner isn't as stupid as we think. Jim, is the coroner an MD?
Yeah, I believe he's got his MD from Guadalajara.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you go to Mexico to get your MD license. I don't know.
Is he American?
Yes.
How do you know he went to Guadalajara?
I looked it up online.
Oh, okay. For real? A lot of medical students go there. It's a good school.
Some go to India.
Okay.
But hold on.
I thought he was kidding.
I think now we don't have to wait for the police report now. We can call the coroner and ask for his records. Jim, did you ask for his records?
I'm sorry, yes.
Did you ask for his records?
Yes.
Do you have them?
No. It takes 9 to 12 weeks to get those.
Okay, that's going to, wow.
That's going to be exactly what tells the story, though.
Look, insurance companies will never pay voluntarily. This is going to be a fight. It may not even be worth it. But you could sue for bad faith. You really could. Let's call Clint. Can you call the coroner before the end of the show? I'd like to see what they say. I would like to ask them what evidence they have that really suggests death. The fall did not cause the death. The death was caused, or the fall was caused by natural causes.
It's what came first.
Was the fall caused by natural causes? That's really what we're asking. Bill, are you still on about the solar, or is this a new call?
Yeah, this is Bill.
Yes. Oh, okay. A guy asked about solar, and I basically told him, we can't find any good solar people right now. We've been looking.
Well, I'm a little different. I was online, and I found this ad that said that they would put in your solar if you qualified with no money out of your pocket. Now,
That's right.
That sounded interesting, so I called him, and the guy came out and said, yeah, that I was a good candidate for solar and that they put it in. And it looked like, what I was really looking for was something off-grid, so in case Public Service or XL went out.
That's a very expensive system to do 100% of need.
Yeah, and I didn't really realize that till he explained it to me. He said, this all has to go through XL and then back, and I was less interested in it then because it wasn't really...
Well, actually, hold on. Bill, you have to be wired, Bill, you have to be wired into the grid, but you don't have to use the grid if you generate enough of your own, and you can also have battery backups.
Well, what do you mean you have to be wired into the grid?
They don't allow you to tie in...
No.
They don't allow you to tie in a solar system or a generator or anything without their approval because it's affecting their grid. They don't.
No, but I'm saying if I just have a cabin in the middle of 100 acres,
you can do whatever you want.
That's okay.
You can do whatever you want. You can, but if you want or if you want Excel or a utility company, they will demand to approve all interfaces. Go ahead, Bill. So what else?
And so anyway, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but when he explained it to me, it's going to cut my electric bill about in half, and I thought, well, that don't sound too bad.
So, okay, what happened?
And so he worked up a quote, but it was just a
estimate.
And now he's working up a quote for me. The name of the company is Sunrun, and I was wondering if you're familiar with that and anything about it.
No, but I will have. I'm going to have some tips for you. Don't hang up. I'm going to have some tips you're going to want to know. Alaramas of Pro Auto Care has a Martino deal. This is for full synthetic oil changes. Many vehicles now have full synthetics. Al, what do you have? Oh, I got to bring you up. There you go, Al. I'm sorry.
Hey, man. Hey. So what I want to also make sure that people know, and I've heard people kind of trying to think around the manufacturers. If your car calls for full synthetic, you must run full synthetic. I've had people tell me, oh, no, I can do a synthetic blend. No, you do not want to. The majority of all Europeans are full synthetics. Most domestics are now moving to that, including the Asian vehicles. So if you need it, let's put it in. I'm doing a great deal for you. The full synthetic start at $49.95, and for Martino Lizzo, I'm throwing in a tire rotation. You are saving so much money with that. We use the Kendall, which is a high-quality synthetic product, and on the Europeans, we'll use the Eurofluids. Call the store for details. Give us a jingle. We'll check your car out. We'll do other services for you. Give us a call.
Okay, and that's Pro Auto at 2 locations near Evans and I-25, near Bowles in Santa Fe. It's just south near Arapahoe Community College. Listen to this one, okay? Full synthetic, $49.95. Mention Martino, get your tire rotated too. That's 303 Pro Auto, 303 Pro Auto. The website is 303proauto.com.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning.
I don't have a certificate of service with this. Can we download that, or what's that? I don't have a certificate of service when I do service.
Oh, I gave it to you.
A return of service.
Return of service.
Oh, no, I gave you for Lobsinger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We'll just get a return of service. Who are you serving? The home?
If there's something at that lot, I'll go down to the other thing.
Well, you're in worse shape than that, bud.
Why?
Look at the bottom left on there. I went over this with this guy, too. What's that say? Plaintiff's copy. you're serving him the plaintiff's copy, which you can't do. There's no answer form on there. There's no return of service. There's nothing.
You're right. We got the wrong copy. All right.
See what happens? I jumped right on this yesterday, wanted to get it done, and I swear to God, I fucking learn every time.
Well, not only that.
I couldn't have made the instructions. I literally sat there for 15 minutes showing them plaintiff copy, defendant copy, this is the name, this is why I use this name right here.
Well, before I have them give me another copy, I still better go by that address, because there's something there.
Sure.
We don't have to change that.
Close. But the terms and conditions spell it out perfectly, so you don't have a leg to stand on.
What's that?
He's joking.
No, I'm serious. Terms and conditions spell it out.
No, he's right. I just don't think they're going to send an attorney for $1,000.
Oh, that's very
but
well
here's the
true.
point.
Very well
It might spell it out, but it's shit.
I agree.
It's
I
ambiguous.
absolutely
Stop
totally
sticking up for him.
No, I know.
You freaking
You're paying $5,000 premium for $50 for the
Hey, I got stock in that cell.
Yeah.
Don't be saying.
You could argue, I put on there, what I put, breach of contract.
Yeah, breach of contract.
And then unjust enrichment.
Yeah.
Because they took $5,000 for a $50 benefit. That is unjust enrichment. There is an argument.
But I would sue every one of these for used car warranty. They're the worst. They're the worst.
Ask how many times I've lost. Just ask. And how many times, if you went to Uber's terms of service, that's 80 miles long, I didn't have one claim that thing didn't say.
No, I disagree on that. You were totally wrong by that.
What do you mean?
Well, their guy.
But their terms of service says they have nothing to do with the driver. They're an independent contractor.
Your Facebook post is dumb. People are going to unlike our page. Like, God, now I got to see this on my feed.
What's that?
Well, Tom wanted it up.
What are you talking
Tell
about?
Tom.
You're talking about the orangutan?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I thought it was cool as shit.
Orangutan?
Yeah.
What orangutan?
He's smoking a cigarette.
I love that orangutan.
It's funny as shit.
What are you talking about?
Look at him.
That's not Clyde. That's someone at Foreign Zoo.
I love the guy. I don't know why she's so upset about it.
He's good.
You know, Mark, he's like,
that's good.
What?
Suzanne came in here. She doesn't like the orangutan post.
Oh, mine. I told Mark it was a bad idea.
I love it. It's good.
I think it's funny as shit.
Mark, I've sued district court, county court, small claims.
That's what I said. Why wouldn't they? Someone should throw them over one of them little mini shots.
There you go.
Airplane shot.
I've won all 3 of the suits I filed. 2.
I'm Tom Martino, Golden Orchard Assisted Living. Just go to goldenorchard.com. It's that simple. You'll find a great website explaining how they did it. What they did is that they created this place they created all of them. They built them to be assisted living facilities, and one price gets everything. Okay? They're not going to nickel and dime you. If you have a loved one reaching retirement, or if you are elderly and you're looking for a place, this is beautiful. They'll take couples. You can have a pet in some cases. You can have your own furniture if you want, but they have furniture. They have all activities, patios, large landscape yards, spacious bathrooms. They have some facilities specializing in Alzheimer's, dementia, and memory care. Just give them a call, 303-795-0784. $4 to $5 grand gets you everything. It's a one price, includes food and rent and utilities and everything. 303-795-0784. Way less expensive than nursing homes and other facilities. GoldenOrchard.com. Okay, GoldenOrchard.com. Bill, this is what you look for in a solar system, okay?
No, another thing I didn't mention, too, it is a 20-year lease, and I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Are you going to be in your home the rest of your life?
Well, yeah, but I'm 76, so, you know.
Okay, well, then you don't care, because here's why. At the end of the lease, or during if you want to sell your home or get rid of it, the new owners have to agree to the lease, or they can charge you for it to close it out and take it out of the sales proceeds. Okay, just remember that. Okay, but with a 20-year lease with you, you may not care about that part.
Yeah, but he might have to move at some point.
In a lease.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, and if you do, you're going to have to get the new people to take over the lease. I don't mind leases. I don't like them, though, because of that.
This salesperson said that it was actually a plus because it's lowering the utility bill until the new owners would be all ready for it.
I agree. I would, honestly, I looked up this company a little bit. I know nothing about them. They don't look like they've been around a long. He really needs to call over, what is it, Solar
I would just
City?
if you're interested in this, I would do Solar City.
Well, at least get something from them. I mean, these guys come and
Bill, did
go.
you already agree to this? Bill.
Well, what?
Did you already agree to this?
No, he's working up a final...
I would go to Solar City and compare.
Yes, send Solar City the one he gives you.
Or have them come and do their own. But I would have... Solar City is a solid company. I don't endorse them. They're not on the referral list. They're just a solid company founded by Elon Musk. And there's nothing wrong with a solid company doing solar leases. They also have purchase options. But what you want to look for in all solar systems, Bill, and I just want you to take a few mental notes here. The first and foremost, you want common products. You want inverters that everyone knows about. You want panels that everyone knows about. You want just good components that anyone can work on. You don't want highly specialized products, proprietary products.
Yeah.
Okay? The other thing you want is you want a clear picture of exactly what the transfer cost or the payoff will be. If there's an early termination penalty, then selling your home will be near impossible. It'll be so much money that you'd have to pay if the new owners don't agree to it. And here's something a lot of people don't consider. If they're making a lot of profit on their home anyway, and let's say it would be 30 grand to pay off the system or 40, you may be able to get more money for your house because what you're doing is you're saying solar system included, no strings attached. That's a really good selling point.
But whoever the company is on a 20-year lease is probably taking all his credits for 20 years.
Not tax credits. You only get it 1 year. You don't.
No, I mean through the Excel system.
Oh, you think they won't let you pay it off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying when they install this thing, most likely, he'll get some tax credits up front that'll be built into the deal.
Right.
But also the money going back to the grid that Excel banks will be taken by the contractor.
Right.
So when he sells it, the new people coming in, if you say no strings attached, I'm just saying that's not necessarily true because they'll still be getting the energy money.
I think in a payoff you don't, Mark. I think that's part of the payoff. I really do. I think when you buy out a system, it depends on how the lease is written.
That's it.
That is really important, Bill. It's really important that you know.
Send us the deal when you get it.
Yeah, why don't you do that, and we can have one of our people look it over. 303-713-8255. We do have lines open. After Dave, it'll be wide open. Get your calls in. 303-713-TALK. Dave's asking about another category that we truly do not have anyone on our referral list. By the way, that's a hint for you guys. We need a good estate auction facility for our website, for our referral list. We also need a good solar company. If anyone's out there in the estate business, please call us because we're looking for great companies for the referral list. So, Dave, you're looking for someone to sell this toy collection?
Yes, sir. I used to have an auction house down here, but they went out of business.
And were they treating you well?
Yeah, they did good. They just went out of business.
Now, if this is truly a collectible, you can go to the heritage companies like Sotheby's and that kind of thing. But what are we talking about when you say 250 grand worth of toys? How do you know that?
I had them appraised.
By who?
The guy at the auction house that I used to do business
Why don't
with.
you put them on eBay, man? Then you control the whole deal.
Yeah, why don't you? That's a great idea. Why don't you do that?
PayPal account, eBay, safe as it gets.
That eBay is where I got most of it, but they cost too much money.
What do you mean they cost too much money?
It's like 5-10% an item you got to pay.
Well, what did your auctioneer get?
What I would like to do is sell it as a whole.
Okay, for what? For how much?
Well, last time 250 to 300. The guy told me if I waited, it'd be 350 to 500 in 5 years.
Well, what kind of stuff do you have? Give me the idea of the most rare stuff.
G.I. Joe 12-inch collectibles.
In the packages?
A lot of stuff still in the package.
Now, why did you buy this stuff?
Huh?
Why did you buy it? Was it for love? Did you love this stuff, or did you buy it to sell?
I bought it eventually to sell for my retirement.
So someone told you investing in toys might be a good retirement plan?
Oh yeah, G.I. Joes are very hot.
What is your doubt? I want a straight answer. No one knows your last name. No one's going to be taking notes. I want to know how much in hard cash do you have invested in this collection as it sits?
Oh, probably 120,000.
Okay. Well,
I have a lot of hard-to-find, one-of-a-kind items, stuff that they don't make anymore. I have Action Man from Europe. I have Hot Wheels. I have die-cast cars.
What's the biggest item you have?
Excuse me?
What's the biggest item, size-wise?
Size-wise, I have an M2 Bradley.
What is that?
A fighting vehicle.
And how big is it? Battery operated?
No. It's 1/6 scale.
Mm-hmm. Is it okay? What would be the most expensive single item?
Most expensive single item? I was surfing the other day and I saw a 1964 G.I. Joe in the box for 10 grand.
That's what you have?
Yeah, I have 4 of those.
Next.
Yeah, but he's saying for sale.
Next, could you give me your address and when you're not home? No, okay.
Yeah, it would take you a while. It took me 75 boxes to move in here.
Do you have a security system?
Yeah.
Are you known for being a collector? Are you known for being a collector?
Not widely, no.
You know what, Dave? I think you're wrong when it comes to eBay, and I'll tell you why. Even at 5%, I don't think they charge that much. I don't even know how you figured 5%. I've sold things there. It seems to be pennies on the dollar.
Well, the biggest thing is you have a world audience.
Well, and another thing, for the amount of time, if you go through this, even if you pay higher fees, you're going to get, I think auctions are terribly expensive. What was this other guy auctioning for? What was he taking?
I had some extra Joes, and he sold them for a good price.
But what did he take as his commission?
I think it was 6%.
So why are you balking at 5%?
Well, eBay is a lot of trouble. You got to ship it and everything and wrap it all up.
Do you realize, listen, there are people who will take your collection and eBay it for you and they take a fee, and they take a fee based on what they make and based on what you make. It's a win-win.
There's actual retail stores that do that.
Yeah, but you have to make sure you find someone honest, obviously, and you keep the stuff in your possession until you're ready to ship.
Dave, you're not going to find a buyer who buys that much diversity. You're going to find G.I. Joe people, you're going to find Hot Wheels people, and so you are going to have to separate to get the most money.
Okay, Suzanne wants to know, how do you know that?
Oh, I've somebody else I know that collects a lot of different stuff, but you don't.
I mean, common sense tells me if you're collecting, you don't collect variety. I mean, why would you?
It's all toys.
Yeah, okay. That would be a category, toys. But you know better than us, Dave. You've been looking around. Do people have more of a niche when they do toys, or do they have a lot of categories?
This seems like all Army stuff, though.
Dave, do they have niches, tight niches that they collect and nothing else?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you're going to find them on eBay. I just think it's an excellent... I would open an eBay store and then do an item. And if you don't want to do it yourself, this is truly something fun that if you... Do you have a nephew, a niece, a son, a daughter, anyone that can help?
Yeah, I have a son.
Is he savvy with technology?
Yeah.
Man, this is a family-made venture. You could probably make triple the amount. People pay crazy on eBay. It's almost like there's a collection of stupid there for paying. I mean, I found things I couldn't believe that they're selling. We got a Hot Wheels expert here, and we also have Bob, who has a solar suggestion. Craig and Bob, please stick around because we really want to hear from you.
Cars and everything else, and we put it all up. They wanted metal cars. He didn't sell any of the other stuff. Yeah. They're really
people
still have
Miles metal cars.
Yeah, Miles. Yep, it's down our basement. What is it, a sand face or metal? It's a metal fire truck. It's got wooden ladders on the side.
It's a new old. It's a rep.
Oh, the rep. Yeah.
But even his new old is what now? How old? 17 years? 18 years old.
I've got some originals that are really beautiful.
Isn't that crazy? It's that old.
Yeah. I'll bring some pictures of the originals.
I remember.
I've got some originals that are just gorgeous.
I want an Aquaman. Do you remember the Seinfeld one where he's playing with his toys?
How does she get her to go to sleep? They drugged her.
Stretch Armstrong people. There's people that collect
The tryptophan.
What? There's people just
Here,
collect
have some
Stretch
more.
Armstrongs.
Remember you?
That's all they collect.
Jerry was
Stretch
making
Armstrong.
awful man.
Yeah, it's really nitty. Yeah.
So what other toys did she have?
You'll
eBay
get
oven.
You're
Jane was
absolutely right about
making,
eBay. He'll get a ton of money out
God,
of
I had that.
God, I would love
You had an
to
oven?
have, like, I love
Did you have
eBay.
dolls?
You know how long an easy bake oven
Yeah.
took to make a little one of their little cakes?
Oh, the light bulb.
I know, it's cooking out a 60-watt light bulb.
The pedal cars he had all went to the Middle East.
put it back on your list.
We had
Love
those
Americana.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern what?
Who would pay
Pedal cars? Did they have little bombs under them?
Who would pay 10 grand for a G.I. Joe? I mean, you're right. eBay is just
It's a niche market. It's crazy.
For the stupid.
It is.
Right now, off highway, there's
He wasn't
eBay what?
For the stupid.
eBay.
For the stuff that people want. I mean,
Oh,
a lot of stuff. is-
Old Hanes T-shirt, $18.
What people pay, what people
I don't think he was wrong in
That's right.
collecting all this stuff.
It's worth what
It's
people
how you
pay.
sell it.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that bought a car just because he thought John Boyd, the actor,
on westbound
drove
I-70
it.
between Harlan and
But it turned out to be John Boyd, the
So I bought a 73 AMX 418 AMX.
Whoa.
Oh, was back then when I was in the Marine Corps.
What's it, little European?
No. It's American Motors.
Oh my
Javelin AMX.
Yeah, little truck.
You had those
The people
bubbles.
that made the Gremlin?
Yes.
Nice.
You had the 401?
401 California Gold
You know what that's worth now?
The guy screwed me. Anyway, they said, who's the guy with Johnny Carson? Who's the guy?
Ed McMahon.
He said Ed McMahon owned it. And that's not why I bought it. I told my folks that. My dad every time, hey, you still got that Ed McMahon
That's a hell of a collectible.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree.
Speed 2 or the
No,
automatic?
it's automatic.
Automatic.
But the California 401 Gold Pack.
Yeah, they had good. Most of them come with a 360 or something like that.
360 was the one, but this is the 401.
Yeah, I know the 401's rare. Really rare.
I want that guy's email address, Suzanne, that
My
wrote to
dad
me
gave us so
that
much
I told
crap.
you to send. I need these.
Get
I want to
your
write
damn
to him.
car out of here.
There are no upfront fees in
They were well made, really.
No, they weren't.
Well, the door handles broke on the Javelins.
Yes.
Everything American Motors made was a piece of.
Well, wait a minute.
Where'd
Where'd you get this?
Absolutely it was.
Oh,
an American
yes.
Name a car that they made that was good.
The MX.
Oh, it was
The Gremlin.
It was
What was the world's short
I can't
fat
believe
car?
you knew about it. So what?
The world's first wide small car that they made that looked like a bubble. It was really ugly. The AMC Pacer.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
That looked like the Gremlin.
No, the Gremlin was a chop back.
No, the Gremlin, the AMC
Or
was
I'm thinking.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. Okay, let's go to a Hot Wheels expert. This guy called in with a bunch of toys, $250,000 worth he wants to sell. He was asking for recommendations. Craig, what do you have to say about Hot Wheels? I don't know if he even mentioned Hot Wheels. First of all, he did. Okay, go ahead. What about Hot Wheels, bro?
Well, it's going to be really hard to find somebody that wants to buy Hot Wheels, G.I. Joes. Everybody tends to have a particular interest.
That's exactly what Clint said. They have niches. And Dave, the guy who calls, the collector, he said the same thing.
And the Hot Wheels are kind of my wheelhouse. I've been collecting for 50 years. So
50 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a good market for them?
The original Red Line series from the late 60s to the mid-70s, there's a tremendous...
What do you have, Dave?
I have mostly probably 3 years old. I've been doing Hot Wheels for about 4 or 5 years.
So what he has is only recent production stuff?
Yeah. But there's
Okay,
like 2,000 of them.
Well, that stuff goes for a dime a dozen generally. When
You got a 1970 Red Baron with the white interior?
No. I want to hear what Craig has to say. So, Craig...
I'm reading some of these. That's
Craig,
a real one that's worth a fortune.
No, but we're talking about what Dave has. I don't care about what's out there. Dave...
Yeah, I have one of those Red Barons.
Oh, you do? How much is it worth, Mark?
About $3,000 for that little car.
So, Craig, that's not a dime a dozen.
No.
Craig?
Okay, now we're getting into semantics here. There's very rare variation in the general production run of colors, interior combinations, casting differences. The odds of him having that white interior red Baron are very rare. They're very slim is what I'm...
He said he has it, but he's calling you a liar. No, Dave.
I'm
Dave.
looking at it right now.
What, read something on there that would convince Craig you have it.
What color interior?
Vintage retro wheels collector's box.
What color interior?
Retro. That's retro. That is reproduction. That's recasted of the same... Basically,
it's not the original. So what would that be worth?
$3.
How? $3? $3. So listen, what you're saying is his Hot Wheels collection. How many Hot Wheels do you have, Dave?
About 2,000.
2,000 individual Hot Wheels. So Craig, if they're all replicas of originals, what are you saying 3,000 of them would be worth?
Well, the only ones that are going to be worth anything are the treasure hunts, which were started in production in 1995 to present.
Do you have any of those?
I don't think so.
Check this one out.
So the other ones would be worth how much, Craig? Literally, that's those 2,000. What are we talking about?
He would be lucky to find somebody to give him
$1 a piece.
$2 a piece, and by the bulk sum. Yes.
This one. Listen. Have you heard of this one, man? A 1969 pink rear-loading Volkswagen Beach Bomb.
Okay, hold on, Craig.
Guess how much?
Craig, what do you say that's worth, Craig?
The pink rear-loading Beach Bomb.
Yeah.
That is a one of a kind, if not two of a kind, known to exist. It was featured on Pawn Stars.
What do you think it'll be worth?
It was reported to have been purchased for around $76,000, and he wanted.
This guy knows his stuff.
Oh, he just nailed it.
You know,
I gave 2 of them away last week.
Hold on a second, Dave. Just listen to this guy, Craig. It sounds like he knows what he's talking about. You may not have the value you believe you have. What did you pay for those cars?
Oh, $1 a piece. I got the truck.
That's all they're worth.
Yeah. I wasn't looking for big money on that. I was looking for big money on the G.I. Joes.
Okay. And Craig is not a G.I. Joe expert. Hold on. Let's talk to... Jacob has a comment on the... do you want me to go to that little girl right now? Is there
She's
a specific...
on her lunch break, Tom.
Okay, what's the problem? Maybe I should just ask her, huh?
Ask her. I sent you pictures.
Layla, welcome to the show, dear. I understand I need to take you because you're on your lunch break. What's going on, Layla?
So, I just went down... about a year ago, I went down to this restaurant called the Stout Street Social with my family.
What is it called?
Stout Street Social.
Stout Street Social, okay.
Yes. And so there was this little game at the front desk, and we were waiting for a table. So you drop a quarter into a hole, and if it lands on a peg in the little bucket, you basically win something. And I was like, oh, this seems cool. Let's try it.
Yeah.
And so I tried it, and I was like, whoa, I just landed it. And so basically the sign said, win a trip to Hawaii or any other 24 destinations that we have. And so we talked to the manager, and the manager gave us his card. And so we have tried calling the manager.
This has been a year? Hon, this is a year?
No, more like 6 months.
Okay. So, Layla, when you won, what did you have to do? The quarter went where?
It had to land on a small peg.
And you took a photo of it that you sent to us, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at that.
This is one of those deals, though. It's going to be one of these trips that you end up paying for regardless.
Well, I know, but it's got to be something. That's what we have to see. So that quarter landed on that peg. You can clearly see it. And the manager, by the way, this game is put in there by other people. The manager doesn't do it. Excuse me, the restaurant doesn't do it. This is a company that says, we will share with you a portion of the money, and then, you know, the rest of it, you know, whatever. And
it's a scam, most likely.
It is a scam, but she should get something for it. She should at least get the come on. And so this manager has never, he gave you a card. Did he give you how to contact the contest people?
No, he just gave us his card. And so he said that he would contact the company that ran it.
Yeah.
And so we have called him.
We need to help her. Dan, can you call this restaurant guy?
Well, we have the number right on the side of this thing for, whoever owns this
her being
container.
under 18? Are they going to squawk at her being a minor?
Do the rules say anything about?
I can't see the rules. Like, it's very
What
vague
phone
in the
number do you see,
pictures.
Mark? What phone number do you see?
800-375-5683.
Did you call that number?
I mean, I tried, but it just went straight to voicemail, and they have not responded yet.
And AAFLC, what's that? American Association for Lost Children.
It's something made up. I mean, it's like the gumball machines that say, 1/1,000,000th of every penny is given to some homeless guy.
You know what, Layla, we're going to have Deputy Dan take a look at this.
Okay. The good news is you're learning at a young age that there's a lot of rip-off crap out there.
And at least, if nothing else, Layla, I guarantee to get your quarterback.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna try. Listen, no matter what, we're gonna get you some information.
Maybe she reached in there and placed it on there.
So it claims to be an awesome charity.
Mark.
I want you. No, Layla, we're just kidding with you. So Layla, where do you go to school?
I go to Southern Hills Middle School.
Okay. And what is your grade point average? Come on.
Right now I have a 4.0 GPA.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Impressive, Tom.
All right. 4.0. What's your favorite subject?
And you fell for this scam.
Layla, he's giving you a hard time. What's your favorite subject?
Probably math or Spanish class.
Really? And what is your favorite sport?
I play soccer.
Oh, good. That's a very popular sport. I want to know, do you have plans for high school?
Yes.
Any special high school?
I'm already pretty sure that I'm going to one. It's called Fairview High School.
Okay, and do you have any, you're maybe too young to know what you want to study later on in college, right? You haven't made up a mind on that yet, have you? Some kids do.
Actually, I have.
What do you want?
I want to double major in robotic engineering and atmospheric sciences.
Very cool.
Very neat.
Yeah. Robotic sciences, that is the new emerging field.
Looking at how this quarter landed, though, she's got a pretty good shot of getting in the carnival or becoming a carny.
Now, Layla, make sure we have your information. We're going to assign this to Deputy Dan. He'll be your contact for this.
You could start off running the tilt-a-wheel and work her way up to guessing weights.
That story right now is off highway. There's a major structure fire.
That movie We Are the Millers.
Emerson, they got that entire
I love that carnival kid in that.
It's funny as shit when they first get on the airplane.
Back out on the highway.
And I forget exactly what happens. Oh my God, it's a great movie.
Remember the motorhome?
They first get on the airplane to fly. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. No, the Millers.
Yeah.
They're driving with the drugs across in the motorhome.
Yeah. Remember the
I'm pretty sure they're is Christine Applegate in it?
She should be. Friends.
No, from Married with Children.
Yeah, I'm saying the woman in it is
from Friends. She's the hooker. Yeah. Yeah, no, there is an airline scene on there, and it's funny as shit. Because they walk up, and they think she's the mother, he's the father, and then the kids are there.
2 kids, yeah.
And he's talking about something with the mother that's, of course, very inappropriate if that's your mother. Yeah. And the stewardess overhears it and is absolutely disgusted by it, but it's hilarious. That's a great movie.
The 2 kids aren't related. They're kissing each other. Remember that with the girl?
Absolutely.
That whole movie's...
Oh, wait. Is this Chevy Chase?
No, it's Chevy Chase. You're thinking Vacation.
Yeah.
No.
Where he goes and says, my dad French kisses real well or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
And I French kiss.
Yeah.
Well, everybody does that.
Oh,
Daddy says I'm the best.
That's the daughter. Yeah, that's the daughter. That's the daughter of the brother-in-law's house.
That's where the dog is outside.
And the one looks at her like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about your joints and...
There's only one known 1969 pink rear-loading Volkswagen Beach Bomb.
Yeah, Mark.
You answered yes to
The most valuable Hot Wheels collection ever. It was built as a prototype in 1969. It features surfboards loaded into the back of the rear window. This model never made it to
This guy
mass
has
production.
250,000.
Oh hell, I would guess his entire collection's worth 30 grand at that.
Well, if you
Toys go like this, man.
yeah,
Just like baseball cards.
When the economy when people can shit away money, they're worth something. The second the economy goes down, like baseball cards and everything else, they become worthless.
the guy I know goes to garage sales and he buys all collectible stuff.
Yeah, Pickens.
Yeah, but then he niche markets it out. He makes money doing it that way. You know.
Oh, if you did, yeah, absolutely, man. People can make a lot of money going through.
He'll take a
people's
basket of stuff at a garage sale, so I'll give you $10 for the basket. You know.
I love that show, Pickers. Have you watched that?
Pickers.
Yeah, it's called Pickers. They drive around the country doing
Oh
that.
yeah.
And then they
Hi, Tom Margino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. We had a discussion about solar.
What did you think?
Among other things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna
What do you think that guy's collection? Just so none of us have seen it or heard it, but just by hearing him,
125,000 tops.
that's what he paid for it too, right?
Yep. I don't think he has any.
God, I think those things are so risky.
I think that he doesn't. I mean, just based on that Hot Wheel thing, why would you buy it? Why would you buy 2,000 of them, not expecting to make money?
To pass them down to your great
No, that's not what he
grandchildren.
wants to sell. Now he seems to have something with GI Joes, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't sound like a lot to me. We can get several calls in 303-713-TALK. We have Bob right now. No one else lined up in the queue. Bob, what's going on?
Oh, not much. We had Sunrun Solar on our previous house.
Yes. How'd you like them? Because someone called in about them.
We liked them.
Good. What did you have? Did you have a lease?
Yes, we did.
And was it hard or was it difficult to sell it?
No, it wasn't, because all with the buyers of our property agreed to take it over, and it was just a sign-over proposition.
But they had to agree to it. Did you find any prospects not hip on that?
Wouldn't the solar company have to agree to it too? Or are you saying open-ended on the property?
No, it has to be. No, it has to be agreed to by them because they have to approve you.
Yeah, exactly.
It does limit your buyer, but you didn't find any problems, right, Bob?
No, I didn't. They on the lease they maintained it.
How long did you have them?
Oh, we probably had them about 6 years.
And did you ever have problems where they had to show up and fix?
No.
Okay. How much did you save?
I don't know, we probably saved on electric about, I don't know, probably $80, $100 a month, depending on the time of year.
That's pretty good. And was there any out of pocket?
No.
All right.
The only time we had to put anything in is if we had the roof re-shingled. It was our responsibility to take it off and put it back on.
Well, insurance would do that too if you claim it on your insurance. What's the name of the company again? Solar Run?
Sunrun.
Sunrun. Thank you very much. Thomas, what's happening with you, Thomas?
Hey, I've got like 30 Beanie Babies. Do you think I can get like a lot of money for those?
Absolutely.
What did you pay? No, are Beanie Babies collectible or not?
He's saving up for retirement.
Yeah, there you go. I should have bought the stock instead of this stupid toy.
No, I got to tell you, man.
Dan's got to tickle me
I
elbow.
think collectibles can be a real deal. But Mark during the break was saying, you know, when crap hits the fan, I mean, really, what are they worth? Because when you're talking, just like gold and silver, though, I mean, when crap really hits the fan, well, precious metals would still be better than having, you know, G.I. Joes.
Arguably.
But, you know, so it really has to be something people just desire. And really, collectibles are worth only what people perceive them
And they
to
go
be.
up and down with the wind, man.
Just what people perceive. Billy, what's going on in your life, Billy?
Yeah, I want to try to find out how much just material would cost for a chain link fence.
I believe Home Depot sells those materials.
They sure do. The post and the stuff you roll out, the whole bit.
Yeah.
Why?
Would they have like a planning department that knows
Yep.
like
if you give them a layout of your fence, they will spec it for you, it's called.
Home Depot, Lowe's, and what's the other one that's got a lot of different owners? It's a pretty cool little one.
You mean True Value?
True Value.
I don't know if did they spec it out for you, though?
Yeah, I think all three would. On Chain Link, yes.
In fact, Home Depot specs out building home improvements. If you give, they'll do all the materials.
That's what I needed to know. Thank you very much.
All right, Billy, 303-713-TALK. Mark has a solar comment. Go ahead, Mark.
It's Mark the Vin guy. How you doing?
Good, man. What's happening?
Nothing. Hey, I have a buddy that got this thing called a sunflower, and it's solar. They put it like next to his house, and it's kind of like this big sunflower-looking thing that opens up, and it does solar for him. So
now, wait a minute. How big is it?
It's, gosh, I don't know, maybe the size of 1 or 2, 3, 4 refrigerators or something. It's not huge, but it's...
But what does it generate? I mean, it couldn't possibly generate too much.
I don't know. I can get you some info about it. I think it's called a sunflower.
And it's like portable? Can he take it to the next home with him?
I think you can, but I think he put his in permanently. Like
so and does it open and close?
Yeah. I think it does.
Does it track the sun?
I don't know if you're talking like, does it move during the day?
Yeah, like with the sun.
That I'm not sure about, but I can get you in touch with my buddy.
It's called Sunflower. We'll look it up, too, but I would like to know the performance of this thing. Sunflower. You know, as I said, with solar, there are so many variables that you really should not buy based on the company.
It is pretty cool. I'm looking at it, but he has the name wrong on this. It's actually called, it's very similar, Smart Flower. And I got to say, it is cool looking, Tom. Really cool looking.
Smart Flower. I'm looking it up, and I'm going to talk to
In
Kevin.
fact, says in Hawaii it's the only thing you can have.
Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Hey, I just put up a chain link fence, a couple of them, and I checked out Lowe's and I checked out Home Depot, and then I called this place called Boundary Fence, and they were half the price and the materials were better.
Boundary. Is this a company that did you actually use them?
All I did was buy the materials from them, but they do put a fence.
And where are they located?
You know, I can't remember exactly where I picked it up at. I'm not down in Denver that much. I live up in Northland.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Now, it's Boundary Fencing.
Boundary Fencing, B-O-U-N-D-E-R-E-R-E-Y.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. On this smart flower,
I am so impressed by this thing.
Hold on. It opens with sun and tracks sun and then closes without sun.
Portable, completely remote monitoring. It is cool. It looks like a little cone that just opens up and acts like a real sunflower and tracks.
I wonder if covenants would really...
That's probably why they said in Hawaii this is all you can have, is one of the things I was reading. Look, it's a small footprint, unless it's open.
We need to talk to the guy, Mark, if you're listening. We need to talk to the guy that has one and do a report on it. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. You know, you hear the most interesting things on this show, don't you? We got a lot to talk about. We summarize it on YouTube and Facebook, our podcasts on iTunes as well. Also, remember, save all your problems for me.
Looking for ways to save...
It's so cool. But does it say how many kilowatts?
Let me look. Okay, there's one called the Pop Plus. Let's see.
That's really clever. Was it tracking it probably?
Right here, 13.8. No. Available in 2 versions. One with 4.6 of battery storage. Oh, that whole thing is batteries. The whole triangle is filled with batteries. The base is batteries.